that don't know. The motherfucking podcast. And that's the double truth,
Why are you the way that you are, the way that you are, the way that you are?
The Lyrical Fix.
The motherfucking podcast.
Oh my god. I just want to say, hey guys, I really just want to say that we have the best fucking intro. That's it.
Yeah.
Tooting my own horn.
I agree.
Tooting my own horn.
Look at you refilling your shit like a pro.
Yeah, I'm just going to do it. Somebody was like, what are you? I got to refill both.
Yeah, you feel it. Do you think?
So you guys are listening to the Lyrical Fix podcast with your host, Sade, as I refill my vape.
I don't know if it's ghetto, if it's high class. I don't know what it is, but you're just doing it.
It's a mix of both.
Yeah.
Shit.
You're on some Breaking Bad shit right now, in a way.
I got juice all over me because I was laughing.
Oh,
God damn it.
Actually, no.
But yeah, it's episode 106. We're going to do this again with your host.
We already did.
Oh, we already did that? Okay, sorry. I'm malfunctioning right now.
Shout out to everybody, man. You know what it is, the motherfucking gang, Lyrical Fix podcast, man. Hope y'all liking the new vibe, the new look that we've been trying to do for y'all. Keep in mind that we've been having a tough fucking time. It has been tough. Like, for one right now, one of our lights isn't even working.
Oh, shit.
Not even on.
Wait, no, that was my bad. Hold on. I completely forgot. Okay, now
Beautiful.
It's on. Damn, I completely forgot.
Anyways, yeah, man, we're trying to catch up.
Now it's pretty.
There's a lot of stuff going on around, a lot of moving parts here at the VFW. But we're here. It took us a little over an hour and a half to get this shit set up. But we're okay. We're starting here. We got a lot to talk about this week. Mm-hmm. Well, not a lot, like a lot of topics, but a lot in the sense of the topics that we do have, a lot was spoken on and a lot went on with it.
Yeah.
I guess that's the way to say it.
It's a good amount.
Yeah, good amount, man. But first of all, I want to say shout out to my motherfucking Knicks. New York Knicks are doing beautifully so far,
shout out to my
man.
motherfucking Giants. Sorry.
Yeah, fuck your motherfucking Giants, bro.
No, shit, we beat.
What'd y'all do? Wait, who'd y'all beat?
Raiders that were 5-2. Now they 5-3. I mean, we only got 3 wins, but it's fine.
Yeah, no, come on. It's over, y'all.
Yeah, no, it's over. But yeah. I still would like a win every now and then.
Fair enough.
Listen, you're a fan of the fucking Jets. You're the last one. You're the last one, bruh.
Which
to be judging me.
I heard rumors, man. I heard rumors over the past week that Super Bowl III might have been rigged.
So you mean to tell me your only argument is bullshit? Oh no,
it's possible. Now. I mean, it was, the source may not have been credible. I'm gonna look into this and see like if there's an actual rumor or if there's a story behind this about it possibly being rigged, which could explain why homie was so Joe Namath was so fucking nonchalant and guaranteeing a victory. Or maybe he was just fucking confident.
That's true.
Yeah. Which, speaking of confidence, we'll get into that later. Kanye West, one of the most confident motherfuckers I've seen in a minute.
Yeah.
Until I was sent over a video by Johnson. Shout out to Johnson.
Right into it.
They're sending me that. Should we get right into it? Or?
Yeah.
All right, fuck it. Let's get right into it, man. So there's only really 2 topics that we want to discuss, 2 big topics this week. And I'm pretty sure it's the same topics everybody else has spoken about, or at least shedded some light on. So first one, we're going to start with Kanye West, now known as Ye. Changed his name. Yeah, he went on Drink Champs. Shout out to Nori, DJ, EFN, the Drink Champs podcast for securing that Ye interview, man.
Yeah,
a lot of people
trying
to get that.
I haven't watched Drink Champs in forever, and I realized, like, I love Nori. Every time I watch it, like, I remember, I'm like, damn, this guy's...
Make some motherfucking noise, goddammit.
He's fucking good. And it was, the way he's hyped, he's like, yeah.
I don't even know what that motherfucker means, but that sounds great, man.
No, that's word here.
Yeah.
The Drink Champs, that's word here.
Yeah.
That shit, he had me fucking dying. I'm trying to look for the video.
There was so much to unpack. So Kanye, Ye, went over to Drink Champs, and pretty much they let this guy just speak. I think where other interviews that he's done in the past, it's been a lot of questioning. It's been a lot of challenging his points, trying to make him look crazy or trying to make him look bad or, counterpointing everything he's saying. Yeah. And I think what Nori and DJ EFN did was they just let him have free range. Hey, yo, just rock out. We're not going to give you any crazy questions. Rock out. You want to talk? Say some shit? Go on ahead. And I think for that platform, it was the best thing for him. I think, like, he couldn't have gotten that shit off on Joe Rogan.
Yeah.
I don't think it would have worked as well. And we already saw. I mean, it was a good interview, too. It made history, but it wasn't as impactful as this was, because you're also having someone from the hip hop culture be there. And on top of that, Ye was in a very comfortable place. Like, he had Biggs there. He had Larry Hoover Jr. there. Like, you know, they said he went without security, but Nori still had security for him.
Yeah.
Like, he was
I love that. I
comfortable
honestly
as hell.
did love that Biggs was there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And just the connection there, just with Rockefeller and everything. Like, they've all been in the same label at one time or another. So, like, if anybody's going to be comfortable to speak there, it's going to be Ye.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Now, there was a lot of big points that were made. I guess we can get that bullshit out of the way, just him going at certain people.
Yeah.
So he went at, from what we know, he went at Soulja Boy. He was saying that Soulja Boy's verse was trash on Remote Control.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
was trash.
It was trash from what I heard. No,
Did we hear it?
It was. I sent it to you on a IG post.
Yeah, because I'm like, I feel like
he was doing like a webcam type of thing,
But we
like a
didn't-
live stream. He
Yeah,
played
but we didn't hear it when we actually did the listening, or like our own listening.
It wasn't on there.
Thing. It wasn't.
It wasn't on there.
Yeah,
No.
yeah.
It was never. It was like off.
Because Remote
taken off the cutting room floor.
Remote had somebody else.
Remote Control had other people on it. Yeah.
Yeah, but it didn't have Soulja. That's why when he was all upset, I'm like, the song was fine without you though.
Yeah, and Soulja Boy, in true Soulja Boy fashion, made the world, or let it be known to the rest of the world that Kanye was on some shit. He's like, he was trying to show him the phone, the conversation, but he couldn't keep the camera still enough for it to focus.
So it was
on the
all
camera.
white, right?
So it was just blurry the whole fucking time.
was-
You saw the fucking messages, like
It's fucking screenshot
like you
that
see
shit,
this.
bro.
Like, you see this, but you're not holding your phone steady enough so we can like
That's
zoom
like
in
hurting
and look.
my eyes, yeah.
Exactly.
I can't watch anything of Soulja for too long because his voice when he gets at Drake, like that was funny enough, that one-liner, but everything else, like I don't remember the rest of that interview because I probably didn't watch it. Like the
Soulja's reaction?
No. Well, no, yeah, that one, like I can't listen to him for too long.
Right.
Like I know about Drake because it was a meme, because it was a GIF. Like I didn't after that, I just can't handle him like the yelling. It's
Oh no,
too
well
much
the
for me.
audio on that live stream is terrible because he's cutting up. You know, he's
Yeah.
pretty much in the red
Yeah.
at the time. And the funniest part about that was saying, "Who cut your hair? Who cut your hair?" That is the fucking line of the year right there.
Yeah.
I
No, I
wanted to
just
play the
can't.
audio, but it's just way too fucking annoying. I'd play it for
No.
you guys, but it's gonna distort your
No.
speakers. We
It's
don't
gonna
want to do that
bother
to
me.
y'all.
It's gonna no.
Now, aside from that, he also called out Big Sean and John Legend.
Yeah, that's when he brought over a tombstone, and he's like, "This is my tombstone. Rest in peace. The biggest mistake I ever."
Yeah, that was some.
Let me see if I can find that shit. I can't find it, but yeah, the biggest mistake I ever done was sign Big Sean.
That was crazy of him to say. Like, but I get it. Like, this type of guy, and I heard this on a different podcast. Like, the way he speaks
Yeah.
is basically how, and we wouldn't know these people because we're not around them, but this is basically how rich people, like really wealthy people, just speak. Like, they'll just speak their mind, they'll talk shit, but they still love you and they still hold you in high regard.
Yeah.
But if they're doing business with you, they got no problem telling you, "Hey, that was a shitty decision." Still love you,
Yeah.
but me doing business with you, oh, it's terrible. You know, I think that's what's happening. He's turned into that now.
Yeah, because he hated the fact, like, and the only argument that he had, and he brought it up again when they were playing the game, and
Yeah.
he mentioned Big Sean or Pusha T,
Yeah.
was the fact that when he was running for president, Big Sean and Big Sean and John Legend were backing the Democrats.
Yeah.
And I guess were publicly, like, putting him down,
Yeah,
putting Ye down.
And you mentioned Pusha. Excuse me. Pusha kind of did as well, but didn't do it to the effect that John and Sean did.
Yeah, like that, and that was his point.
Right.
He was like, Push, like, yeah, he voted Democrat, but like he wasn't like,
He wasn't so loud about it.
yeah, he wasn't,
So vocal.
disrespecting me
Yeah.
to my, kind of thing, like publicly disrespecting
Yeah.
me.
And I can respect that.
Whereas they were.
Yeah,
And oh, go ahead.
I'm sorry. And if you really go back to everything that Ye said about Sean and John, it really wasn't anything personal.
No.
It was really just like, yo, you did this shit. It was kind of some sucker shit. But never called him like, yo, you a sucker, you an asshole, you a bad friend.
Yeah.
Never said anything like that to him. But just business sense, I can see why good music is no longer a thing. Like, there's just way too many things that happen. And it definitely started with EA kind of, in a sense, turning his back on the culture.
Yeah.
Because that MAGA hat, regardless of what anybody in his inner circle thinks, it's the people outside, his fans, the hip-hop culture that sees it. And we're like, all right, dude, now you're moving a
I
little
know.
crazy.
He even mentioned how Jay was like, saying like don't wear the hat. And he made a joke like when I was younger, all the other big kids used to try to take my hat away. He's like, nah, like just leave it, like because to him, you know, making a statement, but not saying that he supported Trump, but in a way, it was. I don't even feel. Like it's so exhausting.
Some people can say like, "Oh, it didn't really mean anything," but at the end of the day, what you were wearing, that hat, was a symbol.
Yeah.
Of, in a sense, racism, of oppression. Yeah. Like of the other side, and just it meant a lot more than just, "Hey, I'm a Republican, I'm voting for Trump." Mm-hmm. It meant a lot more than that, and for him to think that it wasn't, kind of like rubbed me the wrong way.
Yeah.
When I was
it meant so much more, and I think even like for Trump, I think for him it just meant I want votes, and that's it. Yeah. But it meant so much more because we dealt, you know, you had like lynching. Yeah, it never really went away, but it felt like now neo-Nazis are coming back. Like it just felt like everything, white supremacists were literally just marching down. Like they had the freedom because they felt like Trump was talking to them because that's an easy vote because they're stupid. Right. And he says it. He literally says it in an interview in like the 80s. I'm going to become a Republican because they're stupid. Yeah. And that would, like, I would run for, you know, because they're, you know, that's
unless
an easy
you did your homework, you wouldn't know about that.
And then that video came out, I think, after.
It was put out, and
it was like afterward. Yeah. But regardless, like it gave the power to these people that just wanted to oppress us. Right. So I don't know if him thinking he's wearing the hat takes back the oppression, or I don't fucking know. But it was weird. It was a weird time, and I get why Big Sean and John Legend would kind of, I guess, do that, but still, I don't know. Yeah. But he said it like, and it was kind of fucked up when he was like, I changed their lives, I helped their families, I changed their families' lives, and this and that, and pretty much like this is how they repay me.
Yeah, went to Sean's mom's birthday party. You mentioned that. And then, of course, Sean basically posted a picture of him and Kanye, I think that same day. Yeah. And saying like, yo, he didn't say none of this to me, blah, blah, blah.
We were just together the
other day, all that type of shit. You know.
But he was going off. I heard on JBP that it was, and this was definitely before the interview dropped, that he was going off on Twitter about good music.
Yeah, Sean was saying, Sean had statements to make about good music.
Yeah, because I have a couple saved. I don't have them all saved, but I have a couple. And he was just saying, like no more big, like it wasn't, like I think there was one tweet that kind of started it all, and it definitely probably triggered Ye. Yeah. But I was like, Ye. Yeah. I'm just going to call him Kanye. Fuck that shit. Yeah. But I definitely probably triggered him. It was the one that they spoke about on JVP, but I didn't see that one at all because it was like, oh, you got to scroll to find that shit.
Yeah, right.
But there was one, I just got to find it. Let me see. And it didn't sound
from the gist of it, he's basically saying like it's still a brotherhood. In a sense, like they're all still brothers, quote unquote, but business-wise, he's got to move on his own.
Yeah. So somebody asked him, I guess, replied to whatever tweet he had said all that shit. Damn, no more good music for Big Sean. That's a forever brotherhood, but business-wise, I had to start getting a bigger cut. I worked my way out that deal. By the way, this is the first project where I'm on my own label as well. No more little dog shit. I bossed up. #DonLife.
You ever notice how these tweets and these like headlines always start by just one random person on Twitter asking a question? Mm-hmm. Do you ever feel like it's just like a marketing ploy? Like, hey, let's just marketing companies like, let's just have a random person ask you a question and you answer it and have a, inflammatory tweet and we'll get you some more impressions.
I mean, possibly.
Like it's kind of like outrage marketing in a sense.
Well, the other one, like when I think it was Ice that pointed it out on JVP, like it wasn't, I think he literally just tweeted some shit about good music, but it didn't say, I don't know if he said good in it, but he mentions like click, which obviously is a play on words. This is my click. Like there's a whole song about it. So I feel like it started from there, but they pointed out the, I don't know, irony, whatever, or the coincidence.
Oh, about the click song.
No, about him now going on Twitter talking about all of this.
Oh, okay.
In the time of a rollout.
Got you. Yeah. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Like,
as part of the marketing.
This is like, why would you not? Yeah. So to go on with what you said, like that could be a real person Or
Yeah.
that could have been some like bullshit person that
Yeah.
added it. So damn, but I think that was a reaction. Whoever that is was a reaction to probably the click tweet.
Oh, and his reaction definitely was used as a marketing ploy.
Oh, for sure.
For sure.
For sure.
Because I'm pretty sure he would have gotten those questions either way. Mm-hmm. You know, and then it's kind of crazy because I forgot that he had dropped the fucking project. So,
Yeah.
I mean, if anything, this is a lot of good press for Sean.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But-
like, go
Oh,
ahead.
sorry. The other ironic thing that I mentioned was, and it was mentioned on JBP, that ever since Click came out, them niggas wasn't a Click no more. They stopped being a Click. You didn't really see, like, I would have loved to have seen a fucking video for Click.
Yeah.
I would have loved, just like Mercy. Mm-hmm. Man, when that shit was out,
Yeah,
like
point.
the fact that they didn't make any good music or Good Friday videos, like, pissed me off. They definitely had the budget. They could have gone independent with it. They never
Yeah.
bothered to make any videos for any of those songs.
Yeah, and I even mentioned when we were when we would talk about like what was it, that Good Summer release thing when he was in his manic shit. There was no Big Sean,
There was
and
no Big Sean.
technically it started with the Panda guy
The designer.
It started with him, but he wasn't part of it. But technically, it started with him, his release, but nobody really talked about his release.
Nobody talked about it.
No.
That came and went.
Yeah, but it definitely started with his shit. But then, yeah, I remember I mentioned it.
Yeah.
I was like, where the fuck is Big
That
Sean
was it.
shit?
That was it. And John Legend, I mean, we've been known. I mean, he's on his own shit, but he also seems like he's been a patsy from day one. Mm-hmm. So that is what it is. Aside from that, you got any other thoughts on the Sean? John?
The Sean John? Sean John.
Yeah.
The Big Sean shit. No, I mean, it's unfortunate, but I mean, I can see, besides Ye being salty about, like, for whatever reason, what I see from it is maybe he was the lil bro. Like, he just got little broed out.
Yeah.
And it kind of almost seems fucked up to be like, you're somebody who is not mentally stable and you're writing off somebody who literally just took a break for his mental health and he's back, kind of thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like while I was watching it, I'm like, but wait, what? Like,
Then throw in the fact that he owes him money, too.
yeah, there's that too. And I mean, but a part of me that gets it is Big Sean. Yeah, he didn't really have he had a good come up, but the middle part wasn't that great. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like the album I Decided, with Jump Out the Window.
Yeah.
That one was fucking good. The one before that was trash, I think. I gotta look at his projects.
Yeah, there was another point that was made. Just Kanye just has a reputation of kind of like Drake in a sense, but I think Kanye's worse at this, of working with the artists and just sucking them dry, like their talent.
I don't think he's worse than it.
That-
Because look at Push.
Push is the only one I can say that Kanye's been able to maintain a relationship with and still be strong. But I
But
feel
I
like
think-
everybody else that he's worked with at some point or another, there's been some type of separation.
True.
Like he uses them up, gets a hit from them, uses them to their ability, and then like moves on to the next. He's done it with Talib, with Mos, with Twista. Mm-hmm. He's done it with T-Pain. If you just name everybody that he's had an effect on, he just kind of moves on from them and doesn't give them a bone later on.
I think it might be a little different. I think I would say Drake is worse because I feel like Drake
Okay.
literally
That's a good debate.
just takes out all the energy.
Okay.
Like if you look at Party Next Door.
Yeah.
Like that is the only
Good one. I'll give you
example
that.
that you need
I'll
is
give you
Party
that.
Next Door. He drops something on his own and it's trash. He works with somebody or just Drake alone and you can hear in Drake's music the party influence. That party is there in the room. You can hear it. But I don't know what it is. It's like he claims everything. I don't know what it is. But I think the flip side with Ye, I think he's somebody who's exhausting to work with.
That too, I can see that.
It could be that.
Drake looks like he's more open-minded.
Yeah.
Yeah, but also wants to attach to your style, whatever you're bringing to the table, and kind of not exploit it, but kind of give it a bigger platform.
Yeah. Okay. So wait. Use this. It was just Halloween, right?
Okay.
And I was watching. What is it called? I was just watching the shit with Bette Midler in it.
What?
Not Bette Midler.
Dalmatians?
No. Yeah, Bette Midler and Sarah Jessica Parker, the Three Witches.
Oh, it's not,
Hocus Pocus.
Hocus Pocus. I was about to
You
say
know how
Bewitched,
like
but yeah.
the Hocus Pocus when they're like sucking like the life out of the kid.
Yeah.
But they're doing it and like they sing the song, the kid gets hypnotized.
Yeah.
That's Drake.
That's right. Okay.
I think people are I feel like people are hypnotized by his fame and like the ability to put them on, and they're hypnotized by that. Kanye, I think, just works you like a fucking dog, and it's exhausting as fuck.
And gets what he needs out of you and then moves on.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I think it's almost the same, but a little different.
There's levels to it.
Yeah, I
There's
don't think
absolute levels to
Kanye.
it.
I don't think. I mean, there could be something hypnotizing about Kanye just because, oh my God, it's Kanye and like this opportunity. But I don't feel like Kanye puts up a front. I don't think he like makes sure that you're comfortable. I think it's we're gonna work.
Yeah.
This is it. I'm not saying Drake isn't like that,
Whereas
but I feel like
Drake
he's
will-
smoother with it. Maybe.
Yeah, he'll work with everybody. He'll make your shit pop, and then I guess his exit won't be as dramatic
yeah.
as Kanye's would.
Yeah, like Drake is at least fuck you up the ass with lube. Kanye is not.
Right, like Drake made that
There's
song
no lube
with
with Kanye.
Yeah, Drake made that song with Block Boy JB. Mm-hmm. We didn't hear about Block Boy JB afterwards, but he never blamed Drake for that. Mm-hmm. Whereas
Nobody complains about it.
Yeah, nobody complains about it. It's like, oh,
It's
you had a song with Drake.
obvious,
Cool.
though.
All right.
Painfully obvious. Like, I mean, if you're not on like the superstar level, like Rihanna,
Yeah.
you can like have a career after, like, or Chris Brown, or anybody like that, like high enough where they can go on and make great music afterward. But it's the little guys. Division kind of, they've been doing their thing,
Yeah.
but I don't know if Division.
But those little
is
guys
still-
get exposed. Yeah. Because all right, let's say the local artists around here, or let's say me for instance. Let's say I got a song, it's a dope song, and Drake happens to hear it. He wants to jump on it, gives me a feature verse. I now have one of like the top 10 songs in America, right? If I'm not ready to have another single just as fire afterwards, I'm going to be exposed. And I feel like that happened with a couple of artists that Drake has worked with in the past. Black
Yeah.
Boy JB being one of them.
Yeah, he should have had something ready.
He should have something ready.
Yeah.
Right. And I think that happened with Designer too. Like Designer was so hot, Panda was crazy. Kanye jumped on it, which I think that's still kind of weird, the fact that he jumped on and used it for Pablo album. But he didn't have shit afterward. That Timmy Turner shit didn't go anywhere.
That was actually a really good song.
He had the look from Double XL. But whatever project he dropped just
Sorry.
wasn't. Yeah, no, it just.
Song is in my head
But
now.
that's also the curse of having that one hit wonder that just explodes everywhere, because you're never gonna have something just as good afterwards.
No.
So yeah, that can get you exposed out here. You know, to have that Drake Stimulus package as your first fucking introduction to the industry, and
I
now
feel like,
that's it.
I feel like you would fit better under Ye.
Yeah, but knowing his practices now, I don't think I'd want to be there. I don't think I'd do good music. I would fit in good music more than OVO, but knowing what it is, I'd probably prefer OVO's business practices than good music's. Just seeing what it is now.
No, I wouldn't mind. Like if I were you, if I had the
Yeah.
actual skill set, if I was an actual artist, I think I would choose good music over OVO.
Is this
OVO hasn't gone anywhere.
good
OVO
music in
literally
2021 or good
just-
music back when?
Oh, in the height of things?
Yeah. Because if
I
you
mean,
would ask
there's
me
no
that,
real,
then
like-
all right, good. I'm still going with good music. No, I'm going with good music then.
there's no good music now anyway.
No, there isn't. That's what I thought you meant, like today.
Well, good music is really just Ye and Push, I think, now. Right?
And Push is still president.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
But I
I haven't seen a
that-
signing.
But maybe things are. I think him being president kind of changes things because I feel like he has more of a head on his shoulders, and I also feel like that's why Ye hasn't been able to like get in his mental, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Because I feel like maybe he has a stronger mindset than Big Sean. That's why he's still rocking with Ye,
Yeah,
because it doesn't bother him as much. Where Big Sean is, maybe he doesn't have a strong mental.
Yeah.
He also had a bunch of shit happen, to him and shit. So like with his ex dying and like a bunch of other crazy we don't know.
Also, Push is just making too much money on his own to even give a fuck about this type of shit.
True.
Like
and
Push got McDonald's money.
Yeah, like Push he had a career before Good Music.
Right, which is why. But
Sean
a
didn't.
motherfucker like Sean is gonna be more annoyed at this shit. Push, who knows how much money Ye probably owes Push. Push don't care because Push has his own ventures. He's making his own money on the side where he doesn't ever need Kanye's help at all.
Yeah, but I feel like
Sean doesn't have that.
I think Push is better for Good Music, just because I don't know. I feel like he's better for Good Music
Okay.
to at least to keep it going. Find like what is it called? Like find new prospects, new talent, and just as kind of a buffer in between the talent and Kanye.
Right.
I think it's way better.
Now that being said,
If he's a buffer, if the president, then the president, like if he as president is a buffer to it, then yeah.
yeah, because I don't see
sure.
Good Music as anything being or Kanye related to anything Good Music nowadays anyway, and I really haven't seen a new Good Music signing while Push has been in office to like make me or any other artist be like, yeah, that's where I want to go.
Is it Valley? I gotta look him up. He was, I think, in the past couple years. I gotta look him up though. Keep talking.
Yeah, no, basically, if I was an artist today and Good Music was like an option, I'd have to see like what they're working with, and I have to see who's running it, because if you're telling me Kanye's running my career, I'm 50-50 on that, to be honest with you.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I'd be completely comfortable with having Kanye with his hands on my career, basically. I don't know if I can completely trust him.
Definitely massacred the name. Okay, I can't talk at all. Let me see.
What is it?
Good Music artist. Let me see. I have to look it up because I fucked it up. Oh shit! I didn't know Mike Dean. Let me see. All right, so we got Push, Mike Dean, Kanye, 070 Shake, Consequence, Trav, Sade the Prince. Technically.
Oh, you're going through the roster. Okay.
Yeah, I'm just trying to. It is Valley. It's Vallee. I just couldn't. He's actually pretty good. I don't know. I don't remember when he got signed. Vallee, probably. I don't know when he got signed.
If it's Spanish, it's
2018.
If it's Spanish, it's Valle.
No. But yeah, he got signed 2018. Yeah. He was the last one, I believe. I could be wrong. I believe. John Legend is technically still Good Music. I just noticed that. Tyga's Good Music? I did not know that.
See? That bunch of people.
Q-Tip too?
I couldn't even tell you. See what I mean? Like, point is.
It could be just affiliates.
It is probably.
Oh, no. Yeah, no. Good Music, record label, artists.
Yeah. Again, a lot
Charlie
of
Wilson. Sorry.
A lot of good acts, but I'm just not. Still, but if that's what's happening, you hardly hear about it.
88 Keys is on there too. I didn't know that.
All right, so
yeah, go ahead.
No,
so
else,
back to
anything else with Sean and John Legend?
No.
All right, so other people that he spoke about, Talib Kweli.
That one, that one was fucking.
That one
rough.
did, and that one brought some. I wouldn't say it's controversial remarks, and I kind of agree with Ye.
No, I agree.
I mean, Nori asked him. He's like, he had the what do you call that thing when he just?
I forgot the game.
Yeah, it's basically a this or that type game.
It was this or that or both, and you have to take a shot.
If you can't answer, you gotta take a shot.
Yeah, but Nori was so fucking high that like at one point it made no sense.
Yeah, it made no.
It really made. He was like, wait, and then Kanye was like, do I take the shot?
And Kanye went off. Yeah, and then he's like, do I take a shot still?
Yeah, no, it was just fucking
he's like,
weird.
I'll smoke instead.
Yeah.
Then it was like, all right.
Yeah.
After that, shit got weird. But yeah, so he asked him basically Talib Kweli or Common. He gave his stance. Mm-hmm. Basically had a little bit to do with Talib's political stance.
I mean, he's not wrong. Common does rap better, I think.
Oh yeah, no. As far as like that, I mean, that's all subjective at the end of the day.
He gave he gave like some points that I did agree with, and then some they were super fucking personal.
Oh yeah, just saying that he hates the way that Talib raps. That was funny as fuck.
That was hilarious.
And now I'm thinking, man, the only reason you ever fucked with Talib was because he's cool with most. Mm-hmm. I think that's what it comes down to. He's like,
1,000%. The Black Star shit. Yeah.
Yeah. He's like, I always like most better.
Yeah.
I was like, shit, bro. I was like, even if that's the truth, like, fuck, that's kind of messed up. But
Funny
whatever.
fact: I would always fuck up Black Thought's name and call him Black Star.
Wow, that's disrespectful.
I know.
I hope he never hears that.
I hope not. But it was funny because somebody was trying to quiz me and they were like, "Who is this?" And they put on like, I forgot what song, but it was the Roots and shit. And it was Black Thought rapping. I was like, "Oh, it's Black Star." I'm like, "Easy, the fuck." And then he looked at me. He's like, "Black Star is technically a duo." I was like, "No, Black Thought, Black Thought."
That reminds me. This girl I used to mess with back in the day. She would she didn't like hip hop, so she was asking me what I was listening to. I was like, "Oh, I'm listening to Immortal Technique," and she tried to like be cool about it. She's like, "Oh, I love them. They're dope." I was like, okay. I was like, all right, and that was it from there.
Yeah, somebody.
I love them. They're so great.
This one guy.
I was like, do you know Dance with the Devil? She's like, yeah. I was like, yeah, okay, sure you do.
No, you should have fucked up the name.
I know, right? I should have said, I was like, yeah.
The Devil's Dancing.
Dances with Angels?
Yeah, you didn't hear this.
You didn't hear Dances with Angels? Is that a new one? That's the remix, right? Yeah, I heard it on Hot 97 the other day. Dances with Angels.
Shit.
Yeah, it's great.
Actually, I think my friend just actually met Immortal Technique recently.
I met Mortal
So
Technique
jealous.
with OB and V outside of SOBs. We took a picture. It was us and some other kid I won't mention right now because he's a dick from high school. But me, OB, and V, we went out there and he was chilling. And because of V, he was nice enough to take a picture with us.
Aww.
But cool guy.
It's always because of chick.
Because of chick, yeah. I don't
it's
blame him.
always.
What the fuck? You don't want 3 other kids and what? And we were 19, early 20s. Even though we were fans, he's like, he's out there. He's just chilling.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is what it is.
Yeah.
But like, this is what, 15 fucking years ago. That was during the
That's wild.
that battle I told you about, Royce versus Mr. Fab.
Yeah.
Joe Budden was supposed to be there and Fonte from Little Brother, but a whole bunch of shit happened that night.
Jesus.
That was a hip hop moment still, and I remember it because Mickey Fax brought it up in his diss against Royce earlier this year. And when they brought it up, I just went crazy. I had to show V.
I was
like,
there.
I was like, yo, he's talking about we were there. Remember that? Nigga, we was there. We part of history.
That's so funny.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. It's crazy. Shit, this hip hop shit is wild, man. All right, aside from that,
let's go back.
One other thing that was talked about that was really interesting to me as a hip hop nerd was Just Blaze.
Oh yeah.
And do you have the Jay-Z stuff too? Can you bring
You
that up?
want me
You
to
need bring that
play? I have the Jay-Z shit.
up? I can read it if you want to. Oh no! You have the actual audio. Yeah. Fuck it.
I have the audio from Jay-Z, but do you want to read the note from where is it? Fuck. Oh, I think I have it on Twitter actually. Merp. I have the actual. Oh my god, I lost it. Oh no, I haven't. The note that he screenshotted and put up. Like I have Just Blaze's actual tweet. None of what I said tonight.
Oh yeah. You want to read that?
None of what was said. Do you want me to read it?
All right. Or do you want to give an intro? Basically, so what was happening was Just Blaze was asked. I guess the question was Just Blaze or.
Jesus, this is fucking long.
He compared him with another.
No.
producer.
Wait, no. It was Just Blaze or somebody. Who was it? Shit. It was Just Blaze or somebody.
And he picked the other guy.
He picked the other guy and then went on a rant about Just Blaze and Blueprint and how I think Kanye did the first half, but Just Blaze.
No, well, I mean, that's where it gets a little tricky because
go.
Bink is also involved.
Yeah.
But the story
Fucking
is
Bink, bro.
Just Blaze is around the producer community and people in the hip hop industry, which is crazy that this comes up because I guess it's been a secret. But the fact that Kanye opens his mouth now, it's being talked about.
Yep.
Just Blaze may or may not allegedly have been a little bit of a producer biter.
Yeah.
And the person that he's accused of biting is Bink. If you guys don't know Bink, do your homework. He's done a lot of crazy stuff. He's especially has done stuff on the Blueprint album.
Yeah.
I guess most famously. He's got a ton of other beats, but he's done that. He did Rulers Back.
There was some beef with Joe Budden too.
Right.
For not
So
paying,
Just Blaze came out, spoke his piece, sounded very, very politically correct, which I appreciated that. But he was saying, he's like, everybody has their own definition of success. I feel I've reached mine. No shot to Kanye. I hope he's doing well, blah, blah, blah. Kept it moving. But the thing is, Jay responded to that as well in the Twitter space or Twitter room space. So if you can read that, yeah.
What am I reading?
Jay's response. Or do you want to play the video?
Oh, I'll play the video. I'm confused. I thought I was reading Just Blaze's shit.
Oh, yeah, I was paraphrasing it, but we can read it. Sorry,
Oh.
I went all over the place. I apologize.
I have no idea what's happening right now.
We can read. Let's read Just Blaze's
All right.
repost. Sorry.
Well, that was unfortunate. I'm only addressing this publicly because it was stated publicly. I'm not here for the mudslinging. I'm just a bit confused and disappointed. None of what was said tonight regarding me fits with any of our history or our previous interactions, particularly in light of very recent attempts to work together again. Through recent years, he has reached out to collaborate on various projects, including a much-rumored collaborative project that he was looking for me to handle a good amount of. Excuse me, sorry. It unfortunately never saw the light of day due to reasons unrelated to me. Most recently, a couple of months back, I woke up to a literal red alert from his people that he was looking for me for his last album in the 11th hour, which is, remember, like what he did with Jay-Z too?
Yeah.
He tried to pull something off, but it was way too last minute. It was probably for that Jay song too.
Probably.
Because that would make sense. If you're going to get Jay back on something and you want to work with Just Blaze again, that would make sense. Regarding that one comment, respectfully, I'm happy for him and the fact that he has succeeded in the ways he wanted to, but not everyone wants to be where he is. Because he also had said, Kanye, which, to go back, Kanye has said, well, if he was copying me, but obviously he didn't do it right because he would be where I'm at,
Right.
kind of thing. But not everyone wants to be where he is. Everyone's definition of personal success is a bit different. I'm quite happy where I am creatively with my family and my life in general. We were a part of history together, and I wish him well and continued success. Media, please do not clickbait this. Peace, y'all. Then
Cool. So Jay came to his defense. He was asked about the situation in a Twitter space, and we have the audio for that.
I see Nori down there. Nori over there lurking.
Yeah, Nori in this room
Yeah.
somewhere, and
Yeah,
obviously
yeah.
it was a lot to talk about. I mean, I don't want to ask anything specific because there was a lot to take in it, but I just want to ask you: did you watch it, and what did you think of it?
Yeah, Nori sent me a piece, and I've seen a couple pieces. I think again, everyone is entitled to opinion, and everyone sees things through their own lens. And it may not, some of it could be true, some of it may not be true, but that's the lens that you see it through. So you just speak into your truth. And I think the one thing I would say out of all the pieces I've seen is, maybe the Just Blaze thing was a bit unfair. Because if you're making an album, if you're creating an album, um, and the assignment is soul samples, everyone's coming with soul. It's not you trying to make a cohesive piece of music. I don't think anyone was copying off any. Bink has this problem, and I think everyone created for the project. The thing was, the baby was the blueprint, and I think everyone should be prized for what we created. It's in like I don't know what you call it, the Library of Congress or something. It's something that we all should be proud of, and everyone should be prized for their contribution.
Okay, so my thing with that was I heard that as well, and I was like, okay, good point. The assignment was soul samples.
yeah,
Where I heard more of this, and this is where we go into what I was saying at the beginning, is what the producer community is saying is that it's not the fact that the assignment was soul samples. It's the way that the soul samples are being chopped, mixed, edited, where Just Blaze's sound is very reminiscent to Bink's sound. And that's where it becomes an issue. And that hasn't been addressed by the hip-hop community. So now that Ye speaks up about this, calls Just a biter, now you're seeing people online, on Twitter, coming out the woodwork, be like, yeah, this has kind of been a thing, blah, blah, blah. And now Just is kind of being thrown into that shit, possibly unfairly. Yeah. But if he has been doing it and it's been a secret for this long, I guess in some ways, it should be mentioned.
Yeah. And
I guess it's looks bad on Just part, and it kind of gives more credit to Bink. And hopefully Bink maybe gets a good look out of this. You can hope.
Yeah, possibly.
But it's kind of crazy, and it took Ye saying that shit to happen. But that's what happens when you give this guy free reign to talk that shit.
Yeah. And I don't think, he's not going to take that shit back.
No, I don't think he's going to take that shit back.
No, of course not. Nah.
And then what else? What else are we missing here? Was anybody else spoken about?
Before we get back to Drake? Let me see. No.
Okay, fine. So then
I don't think so.
So then, aside from that, I think that was pretty much everybody. He mentioned Prince and Michael Jackson. He mentioned himself being
the Prince part. That's where I just realized I wanted to keep track along with them. The name drops, not keep track, but I was gonna get the final number. I stopped I think around the Prince. So I have like 10 minutes left of the interview. I didn't get to see.
Oh, they had a counter?
Yeah.
I think they were off a little bit, but yeah.
They were off,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, they
I
were
mean,
off.
no, there were some names that I think because he kept repeating.
Yeah.
So they were off, but I stopped around 55. That's
and
with 10 minutes
he warned
left.
them. He warned
That's
them about it.
55 name drops.
Yeah. Now, before we get into the Drake stuff about the interview, do
yeah.
you want to mention the other important stuff that he mentioned?
Oh yeah, for
So-
sure. Because that Drake shit's gonna go.
Yeah. So I'll start off. So the first thing that he mentioned to me, because it wasn't just him going off about other artists. I think the first half of the interview was like really insightful on Ye, and this is what a true Ye fan would want as far as an interview.
Talking about the verses part.
No, just about the like him being a nomad.
Oh
Like him,
yeah.
Just him talking about like life in general and like the way he sees the world. And this is what I mean. Like when he's in a space where he can just talk and it's just his stream of thought.
Yeah.
And there's no one questioning him or giving him counterpoints. Just let him rock.
Yeah.
He may say some stuff that just seems outlandish and just downright crazy. But there are other parts where he's like, all right, he's talking that shit. He's making a little bit of sense. And for a free thinker, okay, I can rock with this.
Yeah.
And I fuck with it. And the first thing for me that struck me like that was his opinion on home ownership.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
Growing up, it's just put into our heads, you got to make money, you got to go to school, get a career, and then get yourself a house, get yourself a home. Like it's just, it's brainwashed. It's put into us from the jump.
Yeah.
We grow up, we see our parents, we see everybody like, okay, if we're in an apartment, we're trying to save up to get to a house.
Yeah, like right now, me.
Right.
Yeah.
And not to say there's nothing wrong with that. It's just the way we've been like conditioned
Programmed,
to think.
yeah.
Yeah, we've been programmed.
He kept using that word programmed.
With him, his whole thing is like he wants to make it to a point where he can go anywhere in the world, and because of all the connections he's made, he can go to a place where he can get food, he can go to a place where he can get clothing, he can get shelter, and he doesn't have to spend any of his own money because his actual net worth made that possible for himself, that he can go anywhere and his money is no longer good anywhere. I think that's a really, really good like insight that he had.
Yeah.
I appreciate that a lot. Obviously, it takes time for people like you and me to come up with that.
Yeah.
But I guess we could do that like in a North Jersey sense. We have people, we have connections where we can get some food here, we can maybe get some shelter here, we can stay over somewhere, maybe get a change of clothes. But he's thinking about it on a world scale. And on a nomad thing, I think that only works if you actually have money to move around. Yeah,
and he even said that there are trust fund kids that are doing the same thing.
Yeah, and that's the word, trust fund. You gotta have a trust fund to do that type of shit.
Yeah.
Shit, if I had a trust fund, I'd probably be backpacking through Europe.
Yeah, like I mean, I know about a couple nomads in this area that that have been hopping around and using like, you know, resources from friends and then just not really having a place of their own.
Yeah.
I don't know, like I get it.
Could you do that? Could you live a minimalist life?
Well, like what, like a nomad?
Yeah, let's just say, could you do it?
No.
You don't think you could?
No, I think I just, growing up, I didn't have anything stable.
Right.
I didn't have a stable childhood. So I just feel like, and that's something I want to get into later, actually, because I had a really fucking bomb conversation with LB last night and Saint. But I just personally I think that's what I'm looking for is stability. So my dream is a house. My dream is really just to be stable.
Right.
And to me, I'm programmed. So to me, the house
is that goal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's not like, oh my God, I just want to be a housewife.
Yeah.
God, I fucking shoot myself. I'll probably end up being a housewife anyway.
Well, yeah, once you get the house, you pretty much become a housewife.
Yeah, like I fucking feel like a housewife now, and I'm just in this small apartment.
Well,
but
you are, yeah, in the sense of it, because you're maintaining it.
Yeah. So, and it's not. Yeah, I mean that's a slight nightmare for me.
And it's a job.
Barefoot with kids. Yeah, but at the same time, I'm just looking to be stable.
Yeah.
That's the thing for me. So, I mean, if I had a trust fund, it would be different. So I can't really, like, from my perspective, yes, I could not do. I couldn't do the nomad shit. But if I had a trust fund and my entire life has been stable and I want to enter being a nomad, then I think it'd be fun. It'd be cool to like travel the world and do all this extra shit. And yeah, if it was reversed, but my life right now is reversed from that.
Right. So then in the case, so let me go back. So then stability for you is the house. Now, if you are the trust fund kid,
yeah,
you already are stable in a sense because you have the money behind you. So then in that sense, do you need a home?
No.
So then you're fine wherever. So wherever you're at, you're home.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
Like I would be, or like when in his term, it's like my backpack is my house.
Yeah.
But
and
home is when
home
my
is when
daughter.
I FaceTime my daughter.
Yeah. So like home, like, you know, the whole difference between house and home. So, if I had the money for it, and I mean, not saying trust fund kids have stable lives, because, you know, we see a lot of these fucking like young stars grow up to be fucking insane, but I'm not saying like their life is stable, but it's financially stable.
Yeah, stability is subjective, just like success.
Yeah, they've been in the same spot, stable.
Yeah.
I've moved around a lot when I was young. Like, so it's a bunch of different factors that, different factors of being stable.
Yeah.
Maybe, if it was different, that whatever. But honestly, if I had the money and I had, better childhood, then I would probably do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that was one of the points that he made that was just like, okay, this is an interview.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I respect this shit. Then the verses talk, just more of the music stuff. Like, they asked him straight up, hey, would you be down to take anybody in the verses? He said, absolutely.
Quote, I would need 4 people to go at me at once. That's what she said.
You know what, man? I mean, that's some straight arrogant shit, but I respect that.
I should have done the drop. I said that's what she said.
I respect it, and I expect it.
Yeah.
From someone like him. I would love to see New Ye versus Old Ye.
Yeah, so because he's like, I need producers, I need people who make good albums, and I didn't catch the rest of the quote because I was gonna make it a clip and I forgot.
It would be a spectacle in itself.
Yeah. So let me see. And then they were talking about he would need if he did it producing, like as a producer, he would need a season for every verses. So it'd be like, because he was like, a month long, and then what's his name was like, so season of verses. He's like, yeah, like I would need seasons of it. And then that's when they mentioned we could do a new Kanye versus old Kanye, which I think would be actually pretty fire.
That would be dope. I would say the first 3 albums against anything else after that.
And then he goes, I don't think anything goes against My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy.
Put the first 3 albums against
which is actually accurate.
That. First 3 albums versus that, 808s, and Pablo.
Damn, that's tough.
What do you think?
That's fucking tough. I think
and let's say 20 songs.
And that's
from
not
those 3
even
albums.
really old Kanye versus new. I mean, no, that's new-ish Kanye. No, that's new Kanye.
That's old versus new, because
that is for old versus new.
Because you can say old is before his mother died, and then everything else after that is after.
Damn.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a whole lot of I mean, it's more than it's. If you only choose those 3, I think just because My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy makes it into that cut, it wins. But that's not technically the new. I mean, I get it. Yeah, his mom died, but that's not the new Kanye that everybody's talking about. The new Kanye is like Yeezus and on.
So Yeezus and on. Okay.
Because what Pablo was after Yeezus, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so it's Yeezus and on. That's the new Kanye.
So then you could say 808s.
Beautiful
and
is like the
Beautiful
peak.
is
literally
mid
the peak.
Kanye peak.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Fair enough.
Because like it goes up, peak, and then up to the peak, which is beautiful, and then down a little bit up with Donda. Donda doesn't reach beautiful though.
Donda doesn't reach beautiful. Okay. Good one.
If I had the energy, I would so do this in the YouTube video. Just all these things. But yeah.
All right. Any other points that I may have missed that when he was talking his other talk? Because there was so much.
Let me see.
There was so much.
What was funny with the verses talk though, when he's Nori's trying to get him to say a name without Nori actually saying the name.
Yeah.
So he's like, he's really only 2 people, and Ye's just kind of looking around. He's like, I could tell he's keep looking at Biggs. It had to be Biggs that he kept looking at.
He was waiting for the okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was. Yeah. It was just waiting for like he feeds off of people. Kanye's the type of person because anytime one thing that he had said that didn't get everybody to laugh, he's like, oh, that wasn't funny. Oh, okay. And then that made everybody laugh.
Yeah.
But he looks over and he's just like, Drake. And then Nori's, thank you. Well, not just Drake, but what did he say? He's like, and then he said Jay-Z. He's like, what about Hove? He's like, I didn't think about that one. they're talking and shit. He's like, well, what'd you do with verses with Jay? And he's like, nah, that's my boss.
It's the boss, yeah.
That's the boss. I would never do that.
Yeah. Which is cool. I can respect that too.
Yeah.
I can respect that one. I did appreciate, I guess we can move into the Drake stuff now, since you mentioned it before. I do appreciate the fact that he kind of like gave us an inside look as to who Drake is. And it was kind of like what we all kind of anticipated.
Yeah.
Like when it comes to beef shit, like Drake is the type of guy, and we've seen it before with the way he just kind of like manhandled Meek Mill.
Yeah. Or even like before that, he does a whole basketball analogy.
Yeah,
that shit was amazing.
Oh,
that one I wanted to really make a clip.
The boxing analogy when he said
that was right after the Tyson and Holyfield. Yeah,
but basically him putting Drake's address or that picture of Drake's house was like his response. Like analogy wise, it was Tyson biting Holyfield because it's like, all right, you're not seeing all the cheap shots that Holyfield's giving me, all the headbutts. All right, fine, fuck, I'm doing this. Yeah. So that was like his response because Drake has been doing shit. Oh yeah, like moving next to him, same place. DMing all the women in his life, exes and all that shit. Like this is calculated shit by what Kanye said is a professional rapper. Yeah. Like this is the big leagues. Yeah. Like this ain't no like local shit where we just gonna sub each other on Twitter. Like nah, he took it a step further. Like this is the shit that will incite riots, that will start actual physical beefs. The only thing is, and Kanye mentioned this, which I also appreciate and kept it real, there's too much money. There's too many jobs. There's too many people's livelihoods that are intertwined and involved in this shit for these guys to have a beef and one take the other one out.
Yeah, it's like, way too much.
This can't be another 50 Ja Rule situation where like someone goes the other one and the other guy just falls off the face of the earth. Too many people are invested in these two guys.
Yeah, especially like it's more than with just 15 Ja Rule, especially from like back then. Yeah. To now, like I mean, for now, like there's just too many people invested. So I agree with that point.
Yeah, money, endorsements.
Yeah, fucking, it's a whole lot of people losing money, not just them. And it's the connections too. And I love the fact that like he bigged up Drake and said, let me see, he's the most important artist that added something to the algorithm as we become more civilized.
Yeah. See, now at that point, I thought, all right, something's up. These guys might be working together. Maybe they're turn the other cheek, and they might come to some type of like resolution. Johnson sends me something.
Wait, no, before we get to that. No, I want to finish this real quick, and then we can get to that.
Gotcha. Let's
and
go.
Then we can finally get
all right,
off
what else did I miss?
No, it's just the bigging up, the turn with Drake. He's like, I definitely win, which I 1000% agree that Ye would win. I'm sorry, fight me.
Okay, so you're saying 20-song versus Ye versus Drake.
Yeah, Ye
takes it. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, if we're just doing maybe their own songs, and not even touching anything he's produced for other people, he would win.
How big would this fucking show have to be? I can see Madison Square Garden.
Gigantic. Let me see.
The shit talking would be legendary.
Oh, for sure. But like, I love the fact that he's talking about like how Drake is one of those that is like adjusting the program. And then he like breaks down, but then he goes back to talking shit. He bigs him up, but then goes back to talking shit. Like he breaks down one of his songs real quick, and then how he hated the cover, thought he was trolling that artist or whatever. Yeah. But then he says it. He's like, if we move as a family, the system will tear us. Regardless, the system will tear us apart. So it's better to just move as a collective and move as a family. So. What's that? Let me see. And then he breaks down some other shit. And then he talks about Sicko Mode. I didn't know this. Jay-Z was supposed to be on Sicko Mode.
I did not know that part, and that almost didn't even make sense to me, really.
Yeah, it didn't.
It didn't make sense to me.
But then they were talking about, I don't know, that was fucking weird.
Jay being on that, just hearing it now all this time, it just doesn't seem like he'd fit in that song.
But apparently he was on it, and then maybe that's why they took him off, because it didn't make sense that he was on it.
It didn't make sense, no.
But that's weird that you would take Jay-Z off something. Like, I don't know.
I don't know, because it seems like it's so much. It works as a Drake and Travis song. Like, to add Jay onto it, Jay's not the type of guy that you'd see, like, run up during, like, the Astroworld Festival, and just, like, start jumping on stage with Drake and Travis doing Sicko Mode. Like, it just doesn't make sense to me.
Let me see. I mean, there's off of Drake, The only other thing, I mean, him making Takeover, I thought that was pretty fucking cool.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna get into the baby talk, but I thought that was cool. And then the way he describes like the whole Jay-Z and Nas thing.
Yes.
That was where like Jay-Z was on like pretty much on the rise because Nas couldn't rap like what they call a sniper.
Right.
Or sniping.
Which
not
that
sniper,
yeah,
but
that
sniping.
term was crazy to me.
In Chicago, and it's pretty much like they like everybody else is trying to like figure it out. Homie says what is like double time, like you know the way.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, and then twisting like the words and shit like that. So what was I gonna say? And then Nas couldn't do it, but then Def of Autotune, he said kill Jay-Z because Autotune didn't die.
Yeah, which I thought that was
That
a
song
little,
was
a little
whack,
too much.
though.
It was a good song. It didn't stop Auto-Tune, obviously, but I don't think it did anything for Jay-Z negatively.
No, but the way he's, I'm like, the song, I don't think I liked the song.
Jay was too big for that to like affect him, whether he was right or wrong.
Yeah, nah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, he got people to stop wearing fucking jerseys, but they put them back on.
Yeah, but you
like,
yeah,
like
they did.
Yeah, no. And well, I forgot what else he stopped niggas from wearing, but they put it back on anyway.
What, button-ups?
Was it the button-ups?
No. Oh, he stopped a
No,
lot
he
of trends.
got. I feel like he got people to. No, yeah,
He got people to wear button-ups during the Black Album.
got people to wear button-ups. I don't know. But yeah, like I love the whole thing where like I'm the Kobe and you know all this Michael Jordan, Phil Jackson of rap. He calls himself Thanos, which I loved.
Yeah.
Yeah, when he came out with Donda, that was him being Thanos. Everybody's doing their thing. J. Cole's doing, you know, he's a backpacker, and Drake has this, and you know Travis has this, and or did he say Travis? I forgot.
Yeah.
But then I gotta come out like Thanos.
Yeah, he pretty much was saying like Travis is like a mix of this person and this person, and everybody's like taking stuff from him. So like, what does he do? And he now has to become like the Omega, basically. Yeah.
All right, now
I appreciate all that.
I'm done. Let's go.
Okay, so Johnson sent me a video, which before I only had it in text, so I wasn't aware of the actual video, but this kind of makes sense with what's happening. Like I said before, there's way too much money, too many people invested in this. One person that Ye and Drake have in common is Jay Prince.
Yeah.
I'm not going to give you an explanation on who Jay Prince is because I'm afraid, even though we're a small podcast, I'd rather not be giving details as to what he does, so you can just Google him yourself.
You do that yourself.
You do that yourself. But
sorry,
there was a video service in the internet that I guess we'll play for you now where Kanye was reading a message off of his phone. They're standing against the wall, him and Jay Prince, and it looks like Jay Prince is just staring at the camera with his sunglasses on.
Can I just say Villa sent this to me before I even caught it on the news feed. Fam, he looks like R. Kelly. I can't.
What? Yeah or Jay
No, Prince.
Oh, I didn't notice.
Like
that,
he looks like a chubby. Like you gotta look at it. He looks like a chubby R. Kelly.
Well,
and then just like that's probably what R. Kelly was doing behind the camera to all these poor girls reading this.
He's basically forcing Kanye to
That's all I have to say.
to
Don't
read a
come at
message,
me.
read
Don't come at
an
me.
apology letter. So let's play that audio now.
Jay and Jay Prince, I'm making this video to address the ongoing back and forth between myself and Drake. Both me and Drake have taken shots at each other, and it's time to put it to
Kind of
rest.
like the
I'm asking Drake on
the
December
eyes
7th to
down.
join me on
Not
stage
even
at
really
the
the eyes,
special
below
guest
the
to share
eyelids,
two
above
biggest
the
albums of
cheekbone,
year,
the cheekbones
live
down.
in Los Angeles, with the ultimate purpose being to free Larry Hoover. I believe this event will not only bring awareness to our cause, but prove to people everywhere how much more we can accomplish when we lay our pride to the side and come together.
Man.
Yeah.
Man.
And then in this, I don't think I have
Talk
it.
about embarrassing. You just went on a tirade. You talked a whole bunch of shit.
Sorry.
You was comparing yourself to Walt Disney, Steve Jobs, Bill Gates, Jeff Bezos, basically every powerful man in the history of the world, to now be put in a room with Jay Prince and have to read an apology letter about you and Drake beefing is just, it's crazy.
Yeah.
It's just wild. It just goes to show you, man, that this hip hop game, there's a lot of people that are behind the scenes that really run this shit. And it came time for him to show his face.
That shit was
Just one of
funny.
them that we know of.
Just one.
Yeah. So like I said, way too much money invested, and homie had to put a stop to this before it got any uglier. Because God knows what Drake was thinking about
Yeah, seriously.
while this interview came out.
That shit was funny though.
Yeah, it was funny. And kind of sad in the same sense. But it makes me wonder, like, damn, who else can Jay Prince control? Or not even him, just the other gangsters that are around. Who knows what else is being controlled? And it also goes to show you how much hip hop is rooted in that community, in that world.
Oh yeah.
Like how much of it is involved in that world.
Yeah, no.
It's some wild shit, man.
That video is funny.
It's some wild shit. So
go ahead.
Final thoughts on the Ye interview.
I can't wait for part 2 because apparently there is one.
True. Part 2 is coming out.
Part 2 is coming out.
I know it's November. Do you feel like that's the best interview you've heard this year?
I think so, yeah.
Or most memorable? Maybe not best.
I mean, most memorable. I can't really say that just because I just watched it like 2 days ago. I would say it's the best interview, though. I think it is, just because you get, like, it's Kanye, like, just being
unfiltered.
Kanye. Yeah. And they're not stopping him. I mean, even when they, like, he's like, oh, you got more? Okay. Like, he tried to play that game, like, 2 times before, and then the game kept getting cut off. Then they would try to go back, but they weren't really, like, they would just let him go.
Yeah.
And then when he lost his train of thought, they were quick to get him back on. Like they were trying to just talk.
They were appeasing him.
Yeah, so it's just
like
just let it all out, and I love that part.
Now this part 2, is this from the same day? Is this just unaired footage? Like
I don't know how.
Didn't say?
I didn't catch the last. No, I didn't say. I didn't catch the last 10 minutes, so I don't know if it was left on like, all right, bye.
Because I heard a closing when I heard the whole thing.
There was a
closing. That's why I was confused as to part 2.
So then maybe it's a different day. Maybe,
which is even crazier.
Yeah.
That's wild. And maybe if that's the case, is it after he did this Jay Prince thing?
Possibly.
Oh, that would be hilarious. Oh my God, I'd be more hyped for that than the first part.
Maybe it's the same day. I don't know. It could be.
Because he pretty much got a scolding. Like he got basically a pat on his ass. Like, don't do that again.
But he didn't even really like. He said let me say. He said if he did a versus with Drake, he'd beat him. He's I'd win. Of course, I'd win.
But it's not just that, but it's just the fact that you just alienated a whole bunch of other people that probably have connections with Jay Prince as well. Oh my God,
no! What was it? He said that was really fucking funny about Drake. Talking about how the percentage of women was like 90-something% of women have voted Democrat. He was like, you would have thought Drake was running.
Yeah,
that shit was hilarious.
That was funny
too. But I mean, like, to me, I don't think he was really talking shit. Like, he bigged him up a little bit, and then he's like, well, I felt like he was trolling this artist, like Damien Hirst, I believe. He was like, I felt like he was trolling him. He's a good artist, and blah blah blah, whatever. And like, I just don't. I mean, like he kind of explained, like, this is what Drake's gonna do. He's gonna hit up all the women in your life. He's gonna do X, Y, Z.
Breaking them down.
The Holyfield bullshit. I don't know.
You don't feel like Ye said anything too offensive to like get people riled up?
No.
I would agree with you, but then it's like, all right.
It was mostly like what Soulja Boy getting riled up for nothing. The nigga really, like, he said your verse was bad and he took you off the song. You're not on the album, but he just said you're top 5 most influential. That you and Future are the future.
Right.
So what are you exactly? That's why I didn't even watch that video. Like, what exactly are you upset about? You had a bad verse.
From what I saw, he's mad about the fact that he was lied to, because Kanye told him it was fire. And those were the texts that he was holding. Kanye basically is like, if you thought it was trash, why would you tell me it was fire?
Because he didn't want to start no shit.
Yeah. So him taking him off the shit was cool, because Soulja Boy, he complained on Twitter. Mm-hmm. Cool. But it wasn't until Kanye actually went ahead and said that.
Yeah. I can't wait for that Big Sean one.
And again, that was incited because someone asked him, hey, what happened with Soulja Boy? Mm-hmm. And he was feeling himself. He's like, well, it was trash.
Yeah.
Like, that's all it takes. I think that's what it is. Jay Prince had to step in because Kanye said too much shit to people who probably were super sensitive. Mm-hmm. I think that's what it came down to.
Yeah, I see that.
Someone there probably didn't like what was being said, complained to a bunch of people, and finally Jay Prince was like, all right, let me step in. Kanye, you got to say this, blah, blah, blah. I don't need you fucking this or this up. That's just my interpretation. I think that's what it came down to. This is the entertainment industry. A lot of these fucking artists are super sensitive. You know them too, just from the local fucking scene. A lot of these artists are super sensitive. So imagine them in a situation where this shit is magnified 1,000 fucking times, and some artist just says one little measly thing about them. Of course they're gonna fucking take it to heart.
Yeah, because imagine like the sensitive local artists that we know, if they had the fan base and felt like they had the freedom to put up a video talking shit.
Oh, they're not going to be able to fucking take a random Twitter nigga making fun of their shit, calling it trash.
No.
A lot of these local artists, they don't have anybody going on their posts saying, yo, this is whack. They don't have that.
Yeah.
So if their shit gets magnified 1,000 times, yes, someone is going to say, yo, your shit is trash. Even if 99% think it's dope, that one person that says it's fucking trash, you're not going to know how to handle it because you're not used to it.
I think it's I think the difference in that is it's Kanye, and it's somebody I think Soulja Boy looks up to regardless of his comments. He looks up to Kanye. There's no way in hell. Like, yeah, you can be mad, you can be butthurt about it, but it's because it's somebody you look up to.
But on top of that,
I'd be mad at myself.
On top of that, Soulja Boy now becomes a fucking meme because that gets blown up by everybody else. So all the little people, they're gonna start going at him, making fun of him, making memes, and that's where it gets him even more mad. I think if it was just Kanye saying that and nothing else came from it, Soulja Boy would be all right. But it's the fact that everybody now starts commenting, tagging him, making fun of him. Now he's getting riled up.
True. I see it. Yeah.
And that's where these sensitive artists really get ticked off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. What else we got?
I don't know. Any final thoughts on the interview? I think that's where we're at.
Yeah.
before.
No. That's it.
That was it.
Yeah.
All right.
No. I said my final thoughts.
Let's move on. How far are we, by the way?
Hour in. Yeah.
Jesus.
It was a 2.5 hour interview. Yeah.
I mean, I expect
We summed it up in about 45 minutes, I think.
Pretty much. All right. So let's move on to the other big story. Astroworld. Was it Astroworld Festival? What was it called?
Astroworld. It's like it was a concert.
Astroworld. It was a 3-day concert.
I think it was a festival, yeah.
Yeah, 3-day
It
festival.
was 3 days, then yeah.
Yeah, a lot of artists, and they had to get shut down on the first day because, unfortunately, 8 people passed away.
Yeah, and then it was apparently a 9-year-old in a coma.
Yeah.
A lot of people are saying that, like, everybody's coming down on Travis, like his shit was taken down. There is a video that I saved. I actually didn't watch it because it was a little like so apparently it's people from the crowd are jumping up to where the light guy is or some shit, and they're screaming, "Stop the show.
Yes.
There's someone dead in there."
Yeah.
Should I play it or not?
No, we don't have to. I know there was multiple reports. I heard that. I heard people going up to a cameraman.
Yeah, I think actually the
saying
one
that,
I'm watching, it's either a cameraman or a light guy.
They were hoping that they would signal somebody, and it just wasn't happening. There was video of Travis trying to stop and tell people, "Hey, there's people passed out. Can I get some help over here?" You know, and that's all good, and I appreciate Travis for doing that. But Travis also has a history of inciting these type of riots at his shows.
Yeah,
you know, like the marketing plan was type of the some of the marketing used for these shows to promote them was footage of people hopping over gates. Travis has been sued in the past for inciting riots, for literally telling people, yo, like, we're going to sneak people in. Like, we want to cause riot. We want to cause chaos. Like, he's known for this shit. That's the type of energy that he brings to these shows. You know, it was only a matter of time before something like this happened. And it's a fucking shame, man. But there was a lot of, like, sketchy shit going on. And now that it's been addressed and now that so many people have, like, passed, like, I think it's going to make a change in, like, the whole live show experience, especially festivals.
Oh, 1,000%. Even, like, what was it? Tiana Taylor. Yeah. She just had a show, and I think she had stopped at one point to, like, make sure everybody was okay.
Somebody. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're going to start seeing it now.
Yeah, so
this
apparently this was 2 days ago, but now it's up. So it's about the lawsuit. Now they're up to like 8 lawsuits. Yeah. A second lawsuit has now been filed against Travis Scott and Live Nation, but a third party has been named as a defendant in this claim, and that would be Drake. A person named Christian Pritt, whatever, I'm not saying. I know how to. Is suing Drake and Live Nation for negligence, as well as claiming that Travis Scott's Travis concert history should have been at the forefront of everyone's mind.
Yeah.
Who helped plan and execute Astroworld this year. And their doc obtained by TMZ, they claim Travis and Drake helped incite the crowd that night, suggesting that they either were aware or should have been aware of the reaction the crowd would have and did have once they both took the stage.
Yeah, man. I mean, this shit was from what I heard, there were reports that this show was oversold. You know, and like I said, people jumping over the gates.
Yeah.
And this isn't like your regular festival where it's like multiple stages and you can see different people at one time. This is one stage and everybody, 50,000 plus, crammed into one spot. You know, I was seeing interviews from people saying that it was so tight that they couldn't breathe. Like if you jumped in the air, you'd basically be suspended in the air because it was so tight like that.
That's fucking crazy.
Yeah, and a lot of people were like comparing it to like, yo, it literally felt like hell. Like there was just no room to move, no room to breathe.
Yeah.
And it's like, God forbid, if someone fell right in front of you, no one would know to step back or to pull back because it's just too crowded.
It was a whole stampede on top of that.
Yeah.
And people getting, oh my God, I seen this one picture of this kid just passed the fuck out.
Right.
And you even see, you see a sneaker print on his shirt.
Yeah. Oof.
But I don't know if he was passed out or dead.
Right.
But they had. Oh no, I'm sorry. Somebody was. I think it was like Shade Room or Baller Alert. I had posted this shit, and it's everybody reacting or just whatever about this whole thing. And one of the slides was Act tweeting with a screenshot. Somebody tell Travis to take this down. This is still on his newsfeed, and it was his, and he took it down because I went to his Instagram and it wasn't there anymore. But it was the picture of the kid just laid out.
Jesus.
And like some other shit.
So many bad things. And it's not like this is the first time that this has happened in a concert. Like people pass out all the time. There's young kids taking drugs. You know, it's a lot of like moving around. You know, they get dehydrated, they'll pass out.
It's a mix of that. But I think there's also, I don't know if the security guard was the only one. I feel like there were more people that got hit with something.
Yeah, I think that's what people are saying. Like maybe something happened in the crowd and people were just getting injected and people just started freaking out and screaming.
Yeah, they're like freaked out about that. Maybe those were the ones that were passed out. Like, you know, whatever it is, it's just fucking terrifying. And it is kind of, somebody had, I think in some comment or a tweet, said it's pretty fucked up that everybody's focusing on Travis and Drake. And I think Roddy was there. Roddy, like, I think all his net sales from the show or from the show, he's putting it towards the families.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Also,
of the dead and injured.
Yeah, and Travis did put out a statement that he's going to be paying for the funerals of all the families.
It's just fucking crazy.
Which is dope.
But, like, it wasn't, yeah, I get it. Like, they had some part in it, but then you also have this random fucking maniac injecting everybody. That
too. So we got to find out, yeah, I mean, not we, but hopefully there'll be more, like, information on that. Because that many people, I mean, there's not enough cameras to catch the shit that's happening.
No. That's why.
Like,
so they definitely fucked up. I'm not excusing them at all. They definitely fucked up. But I know, like, the Houston police are working with Travis's security, and like the security's like Travis literally gave them, here's my security. We're gonna do what it is to figure this out, like what the fuck happened. And then he just canceled his Vegas show.
He also refunded everybody for the other 2 days of the festival. So our tickets and the day in Vegas festival. That's right. He had to step off. So Post Malone is gonna replace him, and they put down he was distraught, which I think is the right thing to do. I mean, if he were to just perform this weekend again, he'd be in the news and it would probably be worse.
Oh no, it just
he did the right thing.
It'd just be bad.
So basically, the cleanup he's gone about it the right way. He's
that
put out a
video
statement.
That
didn't help him. That didn't help. But everything else, like the statements
memes.
he put out.
That's a whole meme now. Yeah.
The statement he put out, the offer to pay for the funerals, and stepping out of the Day in Vegas festival. I think that's all the right things to do.
Yeah.
And also having Kylie speak out, that also helps as well because she's got pull.
So did Kim and Kendall, I think.
Yeah. Because again, this is probably,
it was literally all of them.
And it's
I'm
crazy.
assuming so.
It's crazy. It's kind of like the Kanye thing. Like we're going back into it, going full circle. Too many people invested. Too much money is here. Too many jobs. Yeah. Where this type of fuck up can really go down a bad road. Because now going forward, like I said, insurance premiums are going to go up for concerts.
1,000%.
This might raise ticket sales. This might make it so less people are invited now into a venue. You definitely can't have a show oversell ever again. Like, this could never happen. No. You got to have more precautions.
It's kind of like, it's definitely negligence. Like, how did you just not notice?
Well, I think this is they did, but they let it go until something like this happens. But it's like with anything that happens. Like, if, let's just say for now, like if the speed limit is 90 here in Jersey, and there's just mad accidents and mad fatalities, we're going to put it down. And they're going to say, why were you guys so negligent? Oh, because we thought 90 was cool.
Yeah.
But after so many people died, let's put it down to 65. I think it's the same thing with anything. It's all good until something happens, and then you got to fucking come in and make rules.
Yeah, you're right, I guess, yeah.
Yeah, they've been doing this. Like I said, there was footage of people jumping the gates. Travis putting tweets out inciting this shit.
Yeah.
So until somebody of this many people die at your fucking show because of shit you did in the past, because you programmed the kids to be like,
and that was like 2015.
Right. You're programming the kids to be like, yo, fucking go crazy at my show. Don't worry about it. No, what's the most is gonna happen? Your kids. You're strong. Until 8 motherfuckers die and random crazies are injecting people.
Yeah, it's fucking crazy.
Now,
yeah, there was what is it called? I seen something. It was a 23-year-old that died.
Yeah, I didn't even get the ages or names of people. I just know 8 people died.
I know. I saw the name of the 23-year-old, but I forgot it. Some Spanish kid, and then I saw that it was a 9-year-old that had a coma. But why the fuck is there a 9-year-old?
Well, that's all he just show.
But why?
Because he probably went to parent. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, this
why is there a 9-year-old? Regardless, as a fucking parent, who brings a 9-year-old to a concert? To
I'll tell you, a parent who's been to other concerts with their kids where it's been done better and it's been safer.
But it's like, this is a festival. This is some Travis Scott, like his shows are literally like known for this.
Could have been a clueless
known
parent.
For being some crazy shit. A young parent who didn't fucking think, because that really did piss me off. I'm not even a parent, and that shit pissed me off.
Yeah, because I can imagine this was probably a parent that didn't know shit about Travis Scott. The kid probably loves him because of what, 9-year-old?
Yeah.
Yeah, so the person didn't know about Travis Scott 4 or 5 years ago. Probably didn't do their homework on this shit. Probably doesn't even know about hip hop music, and just figured, yeah, I'll take the kid to a festival, Astroworld. Didn't know it was going to be this packed. And then that happens. That's my assumption on it. The parent probably was just clueless as to who Travis was.
Yeah, my assumption is the parent was a fan and didn't have a babysitter. That's my assumption.
Yeah, that could be it too.
The parent was a fucking fan.
That could be it too. But I mean, it's sad all around, man. I mean, we're not trying to crack jokes about this shit. This is a real serious subject, and it sucks, for hip hop as a whole, because it's like we just can't get out of this black eye that we get from the rest of the world about this culture, man. And this does not help at all either.
Not at all.
So I mean, I'm praying for those 8 people and their families, everything that happened, especially for the 9-year-old in the coma. And hopefully this doesn't affect Travis's career too much. I think he takes a little hit this year, but I think as long as he continues making good music, I think he'll be all right.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he'll be all right. Any other thoughts of that? I think anything else we're missing on there? People are getting their money back. He stepped out. No, I think that's everything.
No, sir.
All right, cool. Crazy ass week, man. Just off of those 2 things, that's fucking wild. I want to get into some other stuff. I do want to send you a picture. This might be the cover right here.
Okay.
This might be the cover. So Rick Ross has announced a brand new album. It's called Richer Than I've Ever Been.
Yeah, I know.
You saw it?
You're talking about. Yeah.
All right, so I want you to look at it again. The first thought that I got from this was me playing peekaboo with my kids, with my 2-year-old and my niece.
Did you see? Let me see. Did you see the remake that they did of it?
No.
Where it's like, it's a movie cover. Oh, man, I just don't. Oh, I should have saved it. I knew I should have saved it.
But this shit is great.
So people were using this album cover and recreating like things. Like, it was a movie cover where you see like old man and a guy on the other side, and I think it's like the Duchess. No, it was something. I forgot what it was. I don't know, but it was hilarious. Like, it was like a. Yeah, it had to be like a movie or a TV show cover.
It's like the cream-colored hat, the white gloves, the big-ass pinky ring on the glove. The fact that the fucking cream-colored jacket is, he's not wearing it, but he's got it draped over his shoulders. It's like, and the fact it's called Richer Than I've Ever Been.
I honestly think it's the one, I don't know what they're called.
Oh, it's like a cape.
Yeah, it's a cape where it's like a poncho.
In a sense,
I think it's the poncho.
That too. Yeah, and that big ass piece of jewelry on the side. This is,
peekaboo.
This is just where hip hop is going. That's all I can say.
Yeah.
This is rich. This is luxury.
Yeah, it's funny.
This is something.
Yeah.
I don't know what to say.
I have no words.
You have no words either?
No. Ooh.
Oh, okay. Fair enough. All right, moving on.
What else?
A little quick piece of news. Very, very random, but Portugal has just passed a new labor law making it illegal for your boss to text you after work. Sade, react.
That'd be fucking awesome.
I would love it if my boss has never fucking texted me the minute I leave the fucking office. So the fact that this is an actual law is great.
That'd be awesome.
So if this was a law here.
Do you get texts?
I get text, yeah.
I mean, it kind of makes sense.
I get text. I got text.
Yeah.
Well, I did leave 15 minutes early, but I thought because I had everything done. And they told me they needed me back for something else. And I was so fucking pissed.
That sucks.
I was about to go home, get ready to smoke, watch some shit, and they called me right back. Yeah. So
no, I mean, like if I get text by my bosses, it's usually like, "Can you work this day?" That's it.
Yeah, you should never.
And it's super random.
It's, well, see, for your line of work, I can understand that.
Yeah, it's super random. If not, I mean, there's this thing going on. So the managers, they have to not be so friendly with us because there's something going on currently. So that kind of is trying to imply something that didn't happen. But yeah, so they're not doing.
They're stopping the buddy.
Yeah, they have
Gotcha.
to. Yeah, at least for the time being. But before, like, it was always like friendly type shit. Like it was nothing crazy, or like it'd be about shit about work.
Was someone crossed the line recently?
Yeah,
okay.
no, I'll tell you off here.
Oh, no, fair
but
enough.
It's somebody that you know. Honestly, it's funny.
Okay.
But yeah, no, I mean, besides that, it's not that big of a deal. Like, I mean, that'd be great. Like, you know, instead of. I guess if I worked in an office, it would be annoying.
It'd be annoying.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it is. Absolutely. It is. You don't need that shit. No one needs that shit after 5 o'clock. I'd be cursing up a storm. It could be the simplest thing. I would still be mad as fuck. Why the fuck are you hitting me up?
Yeah.
Like,
no, but there are times where like I tell my bosses like I walk into my shift and I walk in like early to eat, like because I always get to work early and shit, or you know, for the most part, and they'll look at me like, "Oh, you ready to start?" Okay.
No, your line of work, I can understand a text.
So then I'd tell them like, hey, if it's busy, just hit a bitch up and be like, hey, can you get here? Like, I know you get here early to eat, but we need you early. That way I can be even earlier. So at least that day I was fucking starving. He looks at and this is like the boss, like the GM. He looks at me. He's like, oh, so you ready? And I'm like, this is an hour before my shift. And I'm like, he's like, oh, I got a party. I'm like, oh, fuck. And then later on, I'm like, oh, I'm hungry. He's like, well, why didn't you? I'm like, you had me clock in an hour before my shift. That was my eating time. The fuck? But yeah, anyway. No, so I usually like, I don't know. I wouldn't, my line of work, it's different.
Yeah, mine, nah, do not do that. It's annoying as shit, especially if it's something that could have been saved the next day. Mm-hmm. You know, like I've been texted on the weekend, on a Sunday, waking up Sunday, hey, you did this wrong.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll fix it Monday. Like, do you want me to come in now? Because I'm not doing that.
Yeah, no.
Like, it's ridiculous, this shit. Like, and I probably shouldn't say much of this shit here.
Yeah,
but, I know. But there's
like
a lot.
I had to stop.
There's a lot that I want to say, but I've been keeping quiet.
What I can say, my line of work, and when I was a manager, was like being the boss. It should be the other way too. Yeah. Because getting constantly texted, either like I never mind it, like, hey, like I'm gonna be like a few minutes late, whatever. I never mind that, like if I'm at work.
Yeah.
But don't text me, oh, so this day I can't show up. I would always text back, hey, it's my day off. Let somebody else know that, or just me know that on a day that I'm working. Like, it's my day off, bro. Yeah. Like, I'm not, and I had the same days off all the time. I'm like, we're not doing this right now.
We can make a whole fucking episode about how much our work pisses off. Moving on. All right, Tory Lanez, man. Tory Lanez gets preliminary hearing set for December and Megan Thee Stallion assault case. I know you don't want to talk much about it, but I just wanted to put that out because it had been a topic before.
It's not that I don't want to talk about it.
But we don't go too much into it is what I'm saying.
Yeah, it's not. I mean, there's really nothing. Like, all right, cool.
Yeah. So this will involve testimony from witnesses connected to the July 2020 shooting in the Hollywood Hills.
It's going to be like a whole series of shit.
Yeah, this is going to end up being a fucking documentary. I can see some short actor playing Tory.
No, I meant...
They'll probably get a 13-year-old and put a beard on him.
I meant like it's gonna be like several court dates, and
It's gonna be stretched out.
It's gonna be a lot.
But eventually, people just want to know the truth.
It's gonna be a whole trial.
Who had the gun?
Couldn't think of the word.
Who fired the shot? Did she really break her foot? Were their bones broken?
Yeah.
How is it just a flesh wound and when it's a body part full of bones?
Yeah, this doesn't make sense.
Was it a ricochet? So many questions that are going to be answered now. But whatever. Moving on. Sports news.
Ben Simmons? Or no?
I'm going to go into Ben Simmons after this
go.
one. So celebrity boxing. There's a new boxing match. Darren Williams, former point guard in the NBA.
Yeah.
Going to be fighting former running back Frank Gore. Now, Frank Gore was a beast at running back. Darren Williams, crazy handle, beautiful jump shot. As far as boxing, I couldn't tell you if these guys have hands. I don't know if they've worked out. They've both been away from their leagues for some time now.
What was Darren again?
Darren Williams?
Yeah.
What do you mean? What was he?
What position?
He was a point guard.
Point guard? Yeah. No, I'm trying to think point guard versus a running back.
A stocky running back at that.
Yeah, no, he looks
very stocky.
As I was about to ask, I'm like,
this is one of those short, stocky dudes, like just built. So, but still, probably got the strength advantage. But this is a boxing match. It's going to be sloppy. I can't imagine these dudes got hands like that. No, so I couldn't tell you who I'd pick in the fight. I feel like Darren would have more stamina, but I feel like Frank would have a harder punch.
Yeah, I can see that.
Just by the looks of him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
More upper body strength.
So he could probably pack a punch. And if Darren got a weak chin, it's going to be over for him.
Darren could be faster, but it's a running back. How you fast? If you're a running back, that's the whole point, no?
And in these...
That's literally
well, I mean, running back, you're durable because you take a lot of hits. That's why he's stocky. And you don't really do too much running because you're just trying to get through the blockers.
You know what? I'm thinking... When I was thinking running back before you showed me, when you showed me the picture, I'm thinking about wide receiver.
Oh, okay.
So I'm like, why is he so fucking stocky?
Yeah, those are more tall and lanky.
Yeah, that's why I was getting them fucked up. So, running back. No, I think he probably has more stamina, for sure. I feel like football players have more stamina than basketball players anyway.
I mean, in a sense, basketball players technically do more running.
Maybe not quarterback, but at least it's depending on the position, of course. But I just what?
No. I think you're right. I think it's just running backs do run.
And
it's in the fucking name, but basketball players.
They have the more like what was the word you used? Durability.
Yeah, durability.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because they're constantly getting hit. Running back is one of the positions that really doesn't last that long.
No.
You get like 5 years at the most with running backs. That's the average.
Yeah, because
they take more hits than anybody. Yeah.
So, yeah.
I would take Darren in this one. I don't know when the fight is scheduled for, and I probably won't watch it. I'll just watch highlights.
Maybe I get Frank.
It's on the Jake Paul and Tommy Fury undercard.
Oh, okay. I didn't even know.
Yeah, that's happening.
Oh, they have a full card now?
I wouldn't say full, but it's building up, yeah.
Oh, shit. Well, no, it's fuller than it was before.
Well, yeah, that's
wasn't
the only fight I
thought
know
it was just like wasn't it before just a fight?
It was just them, yeah. But knowing
they never
them,
had
they're gonna
undercards.
Yeah,
no?
they always get other people. That's how they do it. They always build a card like that.
But yeah, no, I didn't know they were like actually like building a card up.
Yeah, just like the past fights.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So everybody on there is generating
the
good
past
money.
fights. I've only seen like, I guess the main event. So I never actually watched it. So I didn't know, and I never knew it before. Like I never saw the information, so I didn't know it was a whole card. I literally thought it was just the one fight, main event.
They've been getting better and better with their stuff because
pretty cool.
Remember they had like Snoop Dogg performing, they had Justin Bieber performing. Like they had like musical acts in between the fights.
I did not know that.
Yeah, actually. They were doing this. So
that's pretty fire.
They're trying to change the whole outlook of like the boxing thing. And when you have like the Paul brothers involved in it, they make it more of a spectacle.
Boxing is I don't want to say it's dying, but it's kind of dying.
Oh, it's dying.
It's okay.
Which is why you need these types of tactics to get people involved.
Yeah, it's definitely. It was funny. So this past weekend we had main event. Usman and
Covington.
Oh my God! I'm like, now I remember the letter. Yeah. I forgot the Covington part. So I'm like, it starts with a C. So we had Usman and Covington, and we played that, right? But everybody, it was funny. The phones were apparently going off. I was talking to the manager, and I'm like, why are we not playing Canelo again? Because we didn't play him last time, but we played him. We had Canelo on, like 3 fights ago.
Yeah.
And I made hella money off that one. But then I think that was the last match that we actually played.
Right.
Because it's only been UFC. That's all we do. So I asked him about the Canelo shit, and he goes, all right, so it was like 100 something. Like, it was under 200. He's like, Canelo, that shit was 3,000. And he's like, and then he just looks at us and walks away. And we're all just like, okay, we're never going to ask for Canelo. We're never going to ask for him. That's it.
Which is crazy,
Yeah.
man, because I feel like that UFC is just so much more exciting.
Why
it really
would it
is.
cost that much?
I
I mean,
don't know.
like, I get why it costs that much. Like, my tables, they had this one table that was really fucking upset about it. And I told him straight up, I'm like, listen, you got $3,000 so we could play this?
Which was news to me when you told me that. I knew you guys had to pay, like, I knew bars and restaurants had to pay, like, a certain amount.
It's more, yeah. But I mean, it changes. But I was telling them, I'm like, because he's like, isn't it just like you pay for like one TV and then, you know, it gets put. I'm like, yeah, but this is an establishment where we
Right.
hold like
There's
500 people. That's
Yeah.
the capacity. Legit, like 5 something.
So that's 500 people getting free fucking
Yeah.
yeah.
So you're this is not somebody's house.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, I thought it worked the same. I'm like, unfortunately,
It's
they
like-
have to tell them, hey, it's this account, and the account is Miller's. So yeah. Probably shouldn't have put my job out there. Bleep that out.
We'll bleep that out. But look, I mean, but it happens all the time. It's like Netflix is losing millions a year because of the fact that people share passwords.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's shit like that. So it's the same concept. You know,
At a larger scale.
at a larger scale, absolutely, yeah.
No, but that shit was insane. I mean, the Usman. Oh man, this guy. So Usman comes on, and in the main events, we always close out our tables, and that's it. So I always get to actually watch the main events. Undercards are harder to watch because I'm working.
Right.
But I was also training that day, so I had like I told her, I was like, hey, like technically it's your last day of training, but it's a fight night, and Mama has to make some money. So you're gonna be like my assistant. Sorry. And she's like, no, I get it, I understand. So I think I gave her one table to watch on her own. But I had like 7, 8 tables. I was like, the rest I'm going to be covering. You can help me out, blah, 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 whatever. And then one point she was doing, like, everybody was mostly good. I was like, all right, then you can take care of the rest. I got to see, from her doing that, I got to see Chandler get his ass kicked and him just kicking the air, even though he lost.
Kicking the air.
Like, we knew, like, you lost. And he's
Yeah.
just kicking and spinning and all that shit. Homegirls that were fighting, that shit was insane.
Rose Namajunas and forgive me, I don't know the Chinese woman's name, but
That shit
what a
was-
fight. That was the rematch.
That shit was.
The whole fight package before too, like the little promo thing they did, because I remember
Oh
seeing
yeah, that was
the fight before.
A lot of people were like, "Is this like workers? Like, is this the main event?" I'm like, "No, it's not."
What was the co-main event?
Yeah,
it was co-main.
Oh, sorry, I had a burp. The co-main event, but it's
Yeah.
not the main. No, because everybody's wondering when last call was. That's why.
Oh, got
Yeah,
you.
like like we want to get the
But
fuck out of here.
What a fight, man! Like, they remind you of how like close the first fight was. Mm-hmm. Because everybody thought Rose was gonna get her ass kicked. Because homegirl, the Chinese chick, was just like a beast. Like we were looking at it the whole time, and the people I was watching it with, a couple of my friends and my one dude's wife, we were just cracking on the fact that she looked like a fucking henchman in a kung fu movie. Like she was built like that. Like you take the bra off, you can't tell. That's a dude right there.
No, when I was watching it, it was funny because like all my tables are just staring at the TVs, so I'm like in front of the tables just watching it, and my trainee she walks up to me and she's talking to me. I'm like, what? So I'm trying to explain the fight to her, and I start laughing. She's like, what's funny? I'm like, it just looks like 2 dudes fighting.
Well, yeah, because Rose is fucking, even though she's built like a woman, it's just the fact that she's bald. So it just looks like a 13-year-old.
Well, they're both technically.
They're both technically, yeah. They got,
the shortcut.
The shortcut.
One had a 4, one had a 3. That was.
And these girls were intense, man. Walking into the ring, these girls were intense.
Oh my God! Like the intensity. What was it? The training. She was like, "This is kind of fucking scary to watch."
This is scary. The way they were fighting, both of them looked like they haven't had a dick in months. Like they were just training hard.
Or coochie.
Yeah. They just did not get into any type of shit. They just focused on the fighting.
Yeah.
And they were ready to just throw down.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not. that shit was insane. The girl fights are always more intense somehow than the guy fights.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, in most cases.
If they're both skilled, yeah.
Yes.
If they're both skilled.
No, that was an amazing game. A match, sorry. And then Usman and Covington. I finally, all my tables are good.
Yeah.
They're closed out. I was like, you guys need anything? I'm gonna be sitting right there. I had my chair literally in the middle, almost in the middle of like the room, and I'm just like this, plopped up, like just eating blueberries. Like I had snacks that I brought from home, just eating blueberries, just watching this. And somebody that I was, because it's always a bunch of people standing around, and what most of us do is cocktail, where it's like, hey, do you need a drink? Because like we try to get to them before they get to the bar, which the bartenders don't like, but they were busy enough. So I was talking to him, and he was like, he's like, who do you want to win? I was like, Usman. He's like, never mind, and walks away. So when Usman won, I looked at him. I made eye contact before he walked out the building. I was like, what was that? What was that? He's like, man, shut up. And his girl starts laughing and shit. She was like, I tried to tell him, but that shit was funny. Because Covington, he put in work. He did.
I give him credit, but I knew he wasn't going to take Usman
fuck
down.
Outta here.
I knew he wasn't going to take Usman down.
Fuck out of here.
But I will say I was thoroughly surprised, because if you really want to break it down, I give it to Usman 3-2. The second round where he knocked Covington down, I thought it was over. If he had like maybe 20 more seconds, I think it would have been the end of the match. But for him to come back afterwards and win round 3, that took a lot of balls.
Yeah, no, that did. That really did.
He surprised me.
What was it? One of the other servers there, he's watching it with me, and he wanted Covington to win. And I look at him, I'm like, do you really think he's gonna win? He was like, but look, he was like, just wait for it. Then third round comes around, and he just had this you see the hunger, you see the rage, and like that he's like, all right, I'm not fucking around anymore.
You got a second wind.
Yeah, he definitely that was his first win, because there was no win in the beginning. there was no win in the
After
first
that second
rounds.
round, yeah. I mean, him getting knocked down and shit, yeah.
I think it just like fueled him.
Yeah.
But it was funny after I think it was the end of the first round, where the guy that was was his hype man, when they're on the side,
the cut man.
The cut man. He was cracking me the fuck up. Usman's. He was like, "You're looking great out there. You're looking great out there." This shit had me. His comments were hilarious.
There was one. I think it was with. I thought it was just everybody had their own, but there was one guy that stayed with every fighter, and he was sounding like a very supportive dad.
Yeah, no, maybe that wasn't. Oh, I know who you're talking about.
You're doing great out there.
Yeah.
All right, slow it down a little bit.
Oh,
sorry.
No, you're fine.
You're doing great out there, buddy.
No, that shit was fucking hilarious. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. I was like, who the fuck is this guy? Why is he so damn energetic?
Yeah, but no, it was good. It was a good fight.
Yeah.
I'm happy. I have no idea what happened with Canelo. I have no fucking clue.
Well, as far as like the result of the fight?
Yeah.
Oh no, he won.
I mean, I figured he was gonna win.
TKO.
Oh, TKO, nice.
Yeah. Nice. It was in the 9th round, I believe. Oh no, 11th round.
Damn.
Yeah, they went distance almost.
Damn.
And he put on a clinic, man. Basically knocked him down twice in that round. I think I got footage. I can send you that.
Yeah, he exhausted the fuck out of him.
There was footage of them talking during the 9th round. Like a microphone picked up on them just talking to each other, saying like, "Yo, you're good." And he's like, "Yeah, you too." He's like, "You do pretty good." I guess they were just doing whatever, and then they showed each other respect.
Cute.
Yeah, that was cool too. And also with the Usman Covington fight, it was cool that they showed each other respect at the end too. I thought that was great.
What did he say? He was like, "All right, we gotta carry on. Kiss later," or some shit like that.
Oh yeah.
Because they were real close.
Yeah, the ref. Yeah.
Yeah, the ref. Yeah, that shit had me dying.
Yeah, that was funny as hell.
Yeah.
No, I appreciate that, man. I mean, these dudes go in as warriors, and then they come out, and that's what you want. You want a good fight. Even if someone gets their ass kicked, the fact that they just get back up and continue to go on, like that really gets respect from a lot of fans.
Yeah, for sure.
So I appreciate that. So that was dope. And then Canelo is just, I don't know who's gonna take him down, man.
No,
You keep bringing all these guys that are like undefeated, and they don't amount to Canelo's technique. Like it took him getting beat by Floyd to really step up his game.
Damn fucking straight.
You know, like other than that, in the Triple G fights, Canelo is really like superior to everybody.
1000%.
Yeah, like I don't know what they're gonna do about this guy. Like, does he just retire at this point? Does he just get one more big money fight? Because he's not getting it. There's no one that's really stepping up that's worth the challenge. They'll turn into big money. At this point, he's got to fight a celebrity.
Who?
Probably fight one of the Paul brothers. I think they're just building up to that.
Possible.
I think that's what it comes down to. And then that'll be his biggest fucking payday ever. And then he can retire. Because after Floyd, I mean, what other fights are we really looking forward to? You did Floyd, you did Triple G. I don't see any other boxer in his weight class that's worth talking about.
Wait, who are we talking about again?
Canelo.
Okay, yeah. I have to pee. That's why I'm like, I
That's
completely
all right.
spaced out.
Now, we're almost out of time anyway, so you should
Yeah.
go ahead. We can break and then get into this next shit.
Okay.
Let's do that.
No, it's anything
Oh, no.
else before
Final
we go?
thoughts on Canelo? No, I think he's the best. I also heard another podcast saying that the fact that boxing is dying is because it's just not as exciting as UFC, and you don't have as many stars. And Canelo, if he was in UFC, he'd be a fucking huge-ass star.
Oh, 1,000%.
But he's not, and he's
1,000%.
stuck in boxing, and he has that
I think
contract with
I
Dazn.
honestly think it's all the rules. And he also comes from a boxing family, so I feel like it's ingrained in him. But I feel like it's all the extra rules to boxing that it's just not entertaining anymore, especially as UFC grows and grows and grows.
Yeah.
And it's fucking savage, and I fucking love it.
The fact that you can knock
Fucking
someone
love
down
it.
and then continue fighting, I think that's what makes it exciting for people.
Yeah.
Not just the fact that it's kicks
Yeah.
and submissions, but shit, you can ground and pound.
The way Usman just had like Covington down,
Yeah.
and he had his whole body just, it was almost like, no, I wouldn't. I was thinking like comparing it to the wrestling move, the camel shit.
Camel clutch.
Yeah, the camel clutch. It's not really that, because that's like the neck thing, but he just had him down. It was like almost like he was doing yoga with Covington.
Yeah.
And he just kept like, no, you're not getting my leg. You're not getting my leg.
And there's a skill to that, and it's actually exciting for people to see. Like the ground and pound is a whole different style of fighting. Like
Yeah.
I do appreciate when they stand up.
Yeah.
Like that's cool too. And there was a couple matches. I think Gaethje's match was like that. I could be wrong, or it was the other guys afterwards. That they just did a straight up standing match. Neither guy wanted to take it to the floor, so they just kept fighting each other face up.
Yeah.
I think that wasn't Gaethje. It was the other guys. I forget their names. I think one guy's name
No,
was
because Gaethje, they made it to the floor.
one guy's name was Burgos.
No.
But they stayed like standing up throughout the whole match.
I don't
Some
think I saw
people
that
fell,
one.
but they stayed standing up. Which reminds me, there's one move that they do when they're on the floor. Like they kick. The girls did it. Like they're on the floor and their opponent's standing, so they'll just raise a foot in the air and they'll just hit them.
Oh, yeah.
It just, to me, seems like, it reminds me of like,
What?
I don't want to say it because it's going to sound
Just
weird.
say it.
No, it's like what little kids would do when they're getting scared by someone. Just like fight, like, ah! Like they just kick it and shit like that. It's like, that's what that move reminds me of every time I see it. It just,
No.
I laugh uncontrollably when I see
I know
it.
what movie you're talking about, and I think the first time I saw it, it reminded me of when, like, I was younger getting picked on by my older siblings, and just that's the only thing you can
You
do.
just throw a kick. You
just
all you
kick
can
in.
do. And the fact that it's a
Yeah.
legal fucking move is just hilarious to me, yo.
Yeah, no.
That's funny
I mean,
as
you
shit.
could do damage. You could do damage.
You could do definite damage with
That's
that.
like fucking Usman pokes him in the eye, and he literally goes, "What the fuck?"
Oh, yeah, that too, yeah.
Yeah.
That shit was funny as fuck,
But
too.
you zoom in, and he's like, Psh.
It was a light tap. But that super
He
slow-mo.
literally went this, and you see him going like that.
But because it's super slow mo, you see his whole fucking face just move in the next
Mm-hmm.
frame. I'm like, oh shit, that was, and you hear the whole crowd, ooh. That's the best too. When you see everybody in the crowd go, oh.
Because I think I looked down for a second, or somebody else was talking to me, so I looked back up. I was like, "What just happened? What just
Yeah.
happened?" Because
You miss it.
I completely missed in time, what are you in
Real time.
Yeah, real time, in real time. Sorry. So I'm like,
The
what
eye
the fuck
poke.
just happened? He was like, you poked him in the eye. I'm like, Usman would never. I was like, fuck out of here.
No, that shit was great, man. I really like the fight night. The next card, I was trying to look it up now when you were talking. It's
it's-
stacked.
Yeah.
I forget who's in. Homegirl, the Brazilian chick. She's like the #1 fighter. What's her fucking name? I forgot her name.
I don't remember the name.
It's killing
I
me
didn't,
right now.
I didn't see the whole card. I saw who the main event was, and I don't remember. I saw it earlier.
She's the co-main
It's a
event.
Saturday.
She's defending her title.
Yeah. I know who you're talking about.
O'Malley's fighting
She's
the nigga with the
fucking sick.
rainbow dreads. He's fighting,
Yeah.
and some other dudes are fighting, but it's a stacked card. Like I love it. I think Masvidal is fighting. I could be wrong,
And I'm set because I'm gonna be here.
but that yeah,
gonna
I'm
be
definitely
here.
watching that one. I'm definitely getting up with my boys and we gonna watch that one
No,
for sure.
it's this Saturday. We're gonna be here.
The next UFC?
Yeah.
No,
I saw
no,
it
no.
November 13th.
Nah, you wildin'. Then it's got to be the one after that.
I could be wrong.
It could be wrong. I think so.
Hopefully I'm wrong.
Hopefully not.
Because I was so excited when I found out last Saturday was a fight night. I was like, yes, I'm not off. I don't have Check It. Finally.
Well, I think by the time no, because by the time Check It ends, you're right. The main event's probably happening.
Main event's usually around like midnight.
Yeah, because the main card starts at 10.
Mm-hmm.
At least it did this past weekend.
Yeah, it'll be like because what is the card? What is the card? The last one I think it was like 12:30 almost.
Yeah, I didn't get home till fucking like 1:30.
Yeah, I got home at 2:30.
Matter of fact, I was coming home and I freaked out because as I was going up my driveway, it was 1:59, went to 2. I looked at my phone, I saw it go to 2, and I looked back at my phone, and it was 1 again. Mm-hmm. And I forgot about daylight savings time. I almost crashed my fucking car because I was scared as shit.
Like,
I thought
I just go to the Bermuda Triangle.
Yeah, I thought so. I thought with some law shit. So UFC 269, Oliveira versus Poirier. That's the main event.
Oh, okay,
December
nice,
11th, Saturday, December 11th, which also could be what?
Nah, nothing. What were you saying? No, go.
No, I'm saying that probably sounds like the second Saturday.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it is a Check It, but not this Check It coming up.
It might not be a Check It though.
It's
fine. It's fine.
I know.
Nah, it can stay. It's fine. It can stay. It's cool. It's whatever. It's fine.
All right. Other than that, let me see. I have no other news. We're pretty much running late.
Yeah.
Anything else you want to touch on?
Let me see if we missed anything.
No, we always did. But.
Fast and Furious is coming out with theirs. Okay, sorry. No. Vin Diesel is returning for the 10th and final Fast and Furious, and put out a message with a picture of him and The Rock together, and saying, hope you can return to, or some shit like that, and nobody else can play Hobbs.
Call him little brother.
Yeah,
I caught that shit, bro.
Shorter.
How dare you? Even if you are older.
But I did find it. It was, to me, it was like, wait, but The Rock has been doing it, so I'm getting the idea that The Rock was not planning on returning to Fast and Furious, and now Vin Diesel's like, well, no, like, this is gonna be the final. I'm coming back. I need you too.
You should too, yeah. I guess because the Hobbs and Shaw movie didn't work out like it was supposed to, and then the whole let's build a universe from Fast and Furious.
Yeah,
no.
I think just put everything to rest. And then Vin Diesel says I think they had in the beginning when they started it started becoming a franchise. He mentioned somebody. He said it. He's like, we're gonna do 10. Yeah. And this is 10.
This is 10.
That's it.
And unnecessary dad joke. Fast and Furious 10 called Fasten Your Seatbelts.
There you go.
We'll end up on that. Go to the bathroom. We'll take a bathroom break. I'm gonna go quick. And break.
By the way, we're back.
And we're back.
Well, yeah.
Are you gonna cut that whole part out?
Yeah, we're gonna cut that whole part out.
All right, guys. we're coming down. Oh Jesus, fucking midnight already.
Yeah.
Coming down to the end of the show, and as always, man, it's about time to end with our favorite segment. That's right, mine, Sade's, the cat's back at home, Juan, those noisy ass neighbors that are downstairs. I always like to make a fucking what's the word?
Oh, you want to laugh?
Ruckus.
So I was too lazy to fucking cook anything earlier, so I ordered fucking ramen, and it gets downstairs, right? Gets to my door, but I look at the picture, I'm like, that's not my fucking door.
Okay.
Mind you, on Uber Eats, I changed the picture to my door so they knew what it looks like.
Okay.
Each door is different. So get downstairs, I see her walking. I'm like, bitch, are you fucking serious? I hear, oh my God. I look over and all those white people are
They're right there, heard all that shit. Yeah. Bitch, are you fucking serious?
Because it was, I don't know, like, I think she was like Spanish or black. I don't know. I didn't look at her profile. I could just tell she's like of color. That's it. And it was just funny because I knew it was a chick. So I'm like, bitch, are you fucking serious? Because she left it like next door.
Next door over.
So I had to walk over. I'm like, fucking bullshit, man.
Just give her my ramen.
Oh my God.
And they all heard you?
Yeah, they all heard me. I was so upset though that I had to
had to walk an extra couple feet to get your ramen.
Yeah, no, I was still upset. I was just like, bitch, what the fuck? Like, just like thinking, like, what the fuck is the point?
I should do that. I should Uber eat some ramen, but there's no fucking ramen spots nearby, so I imagine it'll be expensive as shit.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, it's not worth it then. I'll just travel to the ramen spot.
Yeah.
Might as well do that.
Yeah.
Ever since I had ramen with you and Juan that fucking day, like
I have found better ramen spot. There's two. There's one that's in the mall, and then there's another one that's like 2 towns away.
We're gonna become a fucking food pod somewhere down the road. I just know it.
All right, but we actually have to get to this.
All right, sorry. Our favorite, our favorite. Let's get right into our favorite segment.
And if you don't know,
damn, I love how we just go off on tangents regularly.
It's so funny.
We're working on that. All right, man. If you don't know, you already know what it is. And if you don't, I'm going to tell you right now because it's if you don't know. Where we take our favorite songs that we've listened to recently. Could be rap, could be R&B, could be poetry, could be some comedy, could be some fucking folk music, could be some fucking African throat singing music.
I
know, I'm shot. It's fucking midnight. But yeah, basically, man, we present these songs to you, just showing exposure. We don't own the rights to any of these songs, and we hope that you guys can vibe to them as well and check them out on our If You Don't Know playlist available on Apple Music and Spotify. So for our first song today, it's going to be from the Birthday Boy, one of the coolest Scorpios that I know. He goes by LRD Trill, Lord Trill, LRD.Trillionaire on IG, Lord Trill. No O's in his name because he takes no losses.
Because he takes no motherfucking losses.
And he's going to be the featured artist coming up this weekend for Check It and Open Mic Night.
November 13th.
Much love to him. And he's got a new song out with Yaladysprospect. The track is called Potential.
Wait, hold on. No, I'm not going to say this. I just saw a headline. It was funny. I'm going to wait.
Okay.
She don't like me, she just love my potential. Oh, oh. She don't like me, she just love my potential. Oh, oh. She don't like me, she just love my potential. Oh, oh. She don't like me, she just love my potential. Yeah. Really wanna get inside your mental. You won't let me in, kept me in the zone where I felt we were only friends. Now it's only right that I start over again. Realize you lost, now you can't gain it back. Stomach used to be so flat, gaining weight in fact. Depression usually stacking up. Hated on me since you knew I was racking up. My potential got no limits. Told you I was acting up. Told you I was acting up. She don't like me, she just love my potential. Oh, oh.
You were so
She don't like me, she just love my potential. Oh, oh. She don't like me, she just love my potential. Oh, oh. She don't like me, she just love my potential. Gave you
damn, son,
romantics,
where'd you find this?
antics like I'm not the shit. Any other nigga you been with can come
Trapstar DJs.
Found all your spots, and every one of them I gave a kiss. Could've had me to yourself, instead you left me in the wind. She don't like me, she just love my potential. Oh, oh. She don't like me, she just love my potential. Oh, oh. She don't like me, she just love my potential. Oh,
Yeah, when first time I heard it, I was like,
she don't like me, she just love my potential.
She don't really like me, she like what I've been doing. Her worst nightmare, chasing dreams I'm not pursuing. See I'm on my toes, on my grind to get a shoeing. I ain't on your mind, think I know what you've been doing. I've been marking dates, you been trying to get a date. I was digging for your time like the snow, but you flake. Got me feeling cold, new feelings oh so. But I can't split my feelings, give you tip in a pole. And see I got receipts when our eyes didn't meet. I just want the freedom, this my liberty of speech. I can eat you like a meal, but your feelings getting meat. I ain't on your time, I'm your meal ticket fine. Know I'm probably gonna curve you later on down the line. 15 seconds of fame, guess you did it for the vine. While the time going tick-tock, can't take a pit stop. Rushing for my hours, I've been plotting, got the grin.
She don't like me, she just love my potential. Oh, oh.
All right.
All right, man. That was Lord Trill featuring Yaladysprospect with Potential. She don't love me. You just like my potential. Oh, oh. That song's going to be performed this weekend at Check It and Open Mic Night with Trill being the featured artist of the month. Much love to him. Much love to Yaladysprospect. Sade, who you got?
All right. So I want to do something for Shake. And I can't decide. I'll do this one. All right, so this is oh shit, I didn't realize. So this is No Surprise off his track album, sorry. Off his album Becoming King that just dropped. I just realized first I was going to play the song, right? I didn't realize this was like it was this one or Demons I really like too.
Yeah, there's a couple. I think we've played a couple off of his album before the actual album dropped. Like it was a single. We played Puro, and I think
was it
On My Way?
Was it On My Way too?
On My Way and Puro.
Yeah,
we played a couple joints already.
On My Way, yeah. I remember the album cover, the single
and
cover.
I'm on my way.
So I didn't want to do I knew we did 2 of those, but I wanted I like the second half of the album. Yeah. I mean, I like the whole album, but the second half is shit that we really haven't heard most of it. And No Surprise actually I really like. Yeah. So I'm gonna play this, but I didn't know that there was a video out. I don't know how I missed this shit, but it's funny because he dropped it on my birthday.
Yes.
In 2020.
Yes, he did.
I did not realize that.
I remember the video.
All right, so I'm gonna play it right now. No Surprise by S.T.M.O.
No surprise, man, your boy's on the rise. Yeah, I remember watching this video and shit.
Ain't no surprise, man, your boy, he on the rise. Ain't a goon, I'm a goblin in the skies. Hold up, wait, look, yo. It's a head, not a man, so I don't have to tell you shit. Last I'm about to serve that. Whoa. This shit bang like that calico. Automatic at your door. While the young and back a brick and let it go. Talking about that fire, hop a spot. All the cases, they be dying. Enemies, they decide by the king. This should be the overload, nigga. No Takashi on troll, niggas. Let them go if they woes. A couple niggas I exposed. Should've never ever tried to play me. I'm a dog, nigga, cage beast. Run until they start to pay me. Super flow, but they call me a god. So the summer here, hot runner. Gotta get it, gotta make numbers. Shorty my little bitty baby. Top dog, I'm a big gunner. Big say, hit my DNA. New Jersey motherfucking bully. Swear you rappers couldn't do it to me. So, blow this shit and you all know how I bang, here it go. Like the flame, not a pro, but the way he go. Kill him all, you ain't even know. He ain't soft, he go off. On my note, they soft. Feel like 50 on that how to raw, nigga. Whoa, yeah, whoa. Look, rap for the hell of it. Hell if it makes me a predator. Raising the temperature, give me some worthy competitors. Nobody stepping up, killing these niggas, etc. Shit, this be a plethora, nigga. No, they cannot be a replica, nigga. That boy's out of the nebula, nigga. Why me threw me the alien, told me don't F it up. So what, you ain't get enough? Might as well hang it up. This shit irregular, S.T.M.O ain't a regular. Pick it up, knock him down like a wrestler. I'm the writer and the editor, nigga.
That's fire. I like that.
Hey, man.
Fuck it up,
my boy Shake. Shakespeare, the modern opiate.
Fuck it up. All right. That was wait, hold on. We're going to go ahead, do your closing thing for if you don't know.
Oh. The name of the song was?
Oh, sorry. No Surprise.
No Surprise by S.T.M.O. Shakespeare, the modern opiate. The album, Becoming King, is available now. 20-track album. Very dope. I appreciate the fact that before he dropped the album, he was giving out, he was selling a digital copy through flash drive of the album. I made sure to get myself a copy before the album came out, show my support. And, of course, I've been streaming it as well, man. It's a very, very dope project, and he should be very proud of all the work that he put in. I know because I've spoken to him a lot while he was making it, so I know how much it meant to him to put something out like this.
Yeah, for
so I'm very proud of Shake, and just hoping he continues to do as good as he's been doing.
Yeah. You know what? I'm gonna do a round of applause for Shake and for Trill and Prospect that dropped their project, the Heart Project, and then Trill has another one. Yeah, Heart of War. Part 2, and then Trill has his EP dropping this weekend. So do a little round of applause.
They're working.
Let's hope I got the number right.
Yeah, there you go. And I know we mentioned it last week too. A bunch of other artists that drop projects as well. Man, y'all just keep doing it, man. That fourth quarter has been looking great.
Yeah.
So can't be mad at that. So that was If You Don't Know. As always, want to remind y'all these songs and the other songs that we played in past episodes will be available on Apple Music and Spotify. It's the If You Don't Know playlist. We update that every week. And, if you like them, be sure to check out their socials, get some merch, see them at a show, download, buy the single, album, project, whatever, EP, don't even matter. Show these people love. Let them know you found them here at the Lyrical Fix. And we'll have them on as guests as well, I'm pretty sure. We've already had, we got to get Shake. We've had Trill.
We have to get Shake, yeah.
Had Prospect. So we're looking to have that and a bunch of other new people as well.
Mm-hmm.
Which also, real quick, shout out to Motto from bringing the real Motto and Conscious.
Oh, yeah.
They've included us in a future event in December. There's going to be a showcase. So for any artists that are interested, if you're hearing this, it's a $50 sign up. But the winner will receive prizes. The main one, I guess, is going to be a $250 prize. You'll be a guest on their Bringing the Real podcast, as well as a guest on the Lyrical Fix podcast here with Sade and I. And they'll also get studio time provided by Bringing the Real. So you get pretty much a bunch of prizes if you can take over the crowd. It's going to be 4 judges. I'll be one of them. And the fifth crowd will be, the fifth judge will be the crowd.
Yeah.
Which to me is always like, but we'll see how it goes.
But it's not the crowd. It's just somebody in the crowd.
From what I heard, it said crowd participation will be a judge.
Oh.
Yeah.
I thought it was the fourth, or wait, is it fifth judge or fourth?
4 judges.
Yeah, for the fourth one.
No.
Oh.
I'm one of the 4.
Oh, okay,
and the
never
fifth
mind.
one
And the
will
fifth-
be the crowd.
Oh, I thought the fifth one was just someone in the crowd.
No, that'd be too specific. No, it's just the actual.
Well, no,
crowd.
because you wouldn't know who it is. I thought
Right.
it was like somebody you wouldn't know who it is, and it's there. Like, say if it was me and I'm in the crowd, and you kind of get a different. And I actually, damn, never mind.
Yeah.
Because I'm about to say, I'm like, oh damn,
No,
like
you
that's
get a
actually
different
pretty
experience
cool.
If you're at judges table,
It's a whole different
as opposed
experience.
to being in the crowd,
and you
I
get
agree.
to see if like from experience their crowd control.
Yeah, and me, I'd like to be right in front because I'd rather be front row and just seeing the performance like face to face. That's how I'd want to judge. But we'll see how they have us going about it. But that's coming up. So any artists that are hearing this, if you're interested, reach out to at S.T.M.O, ITSMOTTO on IG, or Bring in the Real on IG and get more information if you want to get in and try to get some of that money. It's a $50 sign up. I've already spoken to a bunch of artists. They have replied to my story post with the eye emoji, letting me know that they see what's going on. And I say, hey, if you're interested, do this. A couple people wanted to do it. Other people didn't want to. Felt like they didn't need to pay. It's all good either way. But if you want to be there and take that money, it's up for the taking. It's up for the grab. So
But what's the prize money again?
$250.
Oh, okay, yeah.
$250. Yeah. So hey, look, you pay $50, you get $250 profit. Think about it.
Yeah.
If you can work that crowd.
And Pro's not going to be
I'm not
performing,
in this.
so
I'm
there's-
mad. I'll be honest with you. I was a little ticked off when he hit me up about it and asked me to be a judge.
But I feel like there would be maybe some people that you either get the people that are like, oh, yeah, I definitely want to match with him. Then there's the people that don't.
Yeah.
You know, like, so, a little intimidating.
It could be. It could not be. You never know. That's the whole point. And this is where, like, if there's going to be one kid that brings this whole crowd with him, I know it. And then hopefully.
But at least it won't be like, it's not just crowd.
Oh, yeah. No. And
being
that
the
guy.
judge.
And I will be extra hard on that person as
Yeah.
a judge because I know it's like, you better bring it if you got all these people here on your
Exactly,
side.
yeah.
Like, I'm not just going to give you tens across the board because your peoples that, from your block or your neighborhood are yelling nonstop.
Yeah, because crowd control is different from just having your people in the crowd.
Yeah.
That's completely different.
And those will be the ones that complain at the end of the night if their man doesn't win. Oh, this shit was rigged. He was the hottest one up there. I've seen it. I've seen it all before.
Yeah.
But meanwhile, you went over your vocals.
Mm-hmm.
You had your mans on stage with you who didn't even use a mic.
Yeah.
You, even though it was vocals, I could see you like moving your hand away from the mic. I've seen all this shit before.
Mm-hmm.
And it'll be those motherfuckers that don't win at the end of the night complain because they felt like they had the loudest crowd participation.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm keeping it all the way real. And I hope they let me get to talk when I judge and I'll be like, look guys, this is why I'm judging.
I was praying when I had a judge. I was praying I didn't have to actually talk.
Explain yourself.
I was praying.
Hey guys, it's me.
Mind you, like I actually like in my notes, I remember the judge next to me just had numbers, and I actually had notes.
Yeah, you took it serious.
I took that shit. It was the first time, so I'm like, what was it? I think was it curling? I was just
You
like,
brought your whole fucking notebook.
no, shut up. No, the actual. I'm like, because it was like we had to add somebody else or some shit, and I'm like, I'm running out of room. I forgot what the fuck I said. He's like, what do you mean? He looked. He's like, damn.
You fucking dweeb.
I was like, well, no, I'm trying to make sure I remember. My memory is fucking trash.
No, and I will be that detailed when I do mine.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna look at everything.
Ooh, the notes I had on you. No,
I'm gonna
sorry.
be ready. Oh.
No, I didn't have that many notes. It wasn't like full on like when he entered the stage. I didn't narrate it.
There was an aura about this man.
No, like I just had like it was like phrases,
It's very
2 words,
effervescent.
whatever.
He was vibrant.
No, but the thing that caught me off guard that I didn't want to say in the middle, if you don't know, this is closing notes. We're getting the fuck out. Is No Jumper post this just now. Vienna brothel offers free sex sessions to patrons who get COVID vax on site.
Hey.
And then the details: you get 30 minutes with a lady of their choice in exchange for getting the COVID shot.
Damn, man. God bless these women. Hopefully they look good. That's all I can say. I mean, it's a brothel already, so I'm turned off.
That's wild.
But hey, more power to them. Whatever it takes to get people vaxxed, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was the New York Post who posted it.
Hey,
Yeah.
take a shot, get a blowjob. Why not?
Shit is wild.
Shit is wild. All right, man. We'll leave it at that. This has been episode 106. With the gang. Your host, Kid Pro.
And Sade.
We'll catch y'all next week, man. Y'all be safe. Peace.